So we had salmon and chicken. Salmon with a little spicy touch, but sweetness behind it. Had that. And we had mashed potatoes. This woman can mash some potatoes.
Thank you, sir.
Just want you to know the Easter meal was fantastico.
Thank you.
I'm glad. Everybody was patting Dad on the back like I did it. I said I didn't do nothing but take the foil, I put the foil on it and warm it up. That's all I did.
Well, I'm glad they enjoyed it.
They did. You were the hero at the table.
All right.
We kept claiming your name. I was like, where these come from again? Where did this come from again? They kept asking. And the chicken, delicate to the touch. And CJ the wife doesn't like CJ eating the skin. It peeled right off. I'm just saying, she's not a skin eater, and she doesn't like skin on chicken. So we peeled it off.
There you go.
It is. It may be the best part, but it's the part that they don't like. Okay, I peeled it off. And
that's like telling a kid he's allergic to bacon, he can't have any. What are we doing here?
That's true. I mean, that is the best part, but you know what? We go with what it is. Mama knows best, right?
This boy about to be mad healthy.
Exactly. That's what I said. I said, hey, it was good. But I had a meal from 24 Cheesecakery. The whole thing, I'm telling you, it was awesome. And it was filling, and we had a good time. And everybody, we were all singing that song. You know that song. La 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 la. Everybody was happy. 24 Cheesecakery was being talked about the whole time. I mean,
this man frolicking.
We were just having a good time. We were having a good time. I just want y'all all to know that this is a personal to 24 Cheesecakery. The family just. It wasn't just
food so good you'll frolic. 24 Cheesecakery.
Oh, dude, and we all took a nap. Don't nobody take a nap in my family. They don't take naps.
Oh.
Everybody was so full. They went,
holiday
Dad.
meal,
dude,
unconscious.
So think about it. We went to Disney for 4 straight days.
That's true.
Right?
You still need some recovery there.
Oh my God. Then I had the boiled eggs. That wasn't no problem. I'm just saying we had to get everything taken care of. You got to do the egg hunt. Got to do the egg hunt, right?
Yeah.
You a deviled egg guy?
Yes, that's what we did with the rest of the eggs.
Nice.
So I got the 18 pack. You know what I'm saying? The eggs.
Oh, yeah.
And you know me, I'm like, honey, should I get the brown ones or the white ones? She goes, really? What's gonna color better, James? You work on that. I took the white ones. I guessed on the white ones.
We ended up having to use some brown ones, and it's like, man, our eggs look like rocks.
Right.
Tastes the same.
It's all right. I mean, come on. But I got the 18 pack, and I hid the eggs everywhere, and CJ found, dude, he found them. He found them. That's
give him something to do.
It did give him something to do, and we got baskets and everything. He got everything, and got that remote control car. That was the Spider-Man one that could crawl up everything and flip over and keep going. It was good. I still play with it. I'm showing him how to drive. That kid drive it better than me. I'm not lying. He can back it up and make it do flips and then keep going. Me, I try to run the cats over. I got 4 cats, so I just try to get after
4 cats.
I'm just saying. But 24 Cheesecakery, Vicky, give them the number.
The number is 734-865-0169. That is 0169.
Take a chance, everybody. I'm telling you about it. This is what I do. You should be doing it. I mean, this woman, she's got magic hands and she can make it work. And if you want to challenge her, ask her to make a cheesecake that you would think go good together. Some of y'all are weird.
I love challenges.
Yeah, she does love challenges. Give her a chance. I'm just telling you. I went on Instagram and found stuff off for her. She delivered. She delivered. I'm just saying.
This man finding desserts on Pinterest. Ridiculous.
I was looking through and I found something and I'm like, this would be good if somebody could really do it. I wasn't sure they poured cheesecake mix in an apple pie. And then they cooked it all together.
Yep.
And this woman brought it to us, and it was the greatest thing ever. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right.
It was something else.
Yep. I will get in my zone and make it happen.
And she did. She did. And she's trying to get back in the zone. So we're going to let Vicky go and thank her for coming by. And
you're
thank
welcome.
you for the cheesecake. And we will see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
That's Vicky Brezzo over at the 24 Cheesecakery over at the mall. Briarwood Mall. And I'm telling you, that's some good eating over there, boy. That's some good eating. Just saying. Now, hey, we got spring ball coming up, and we got some players that audio for the players, and Cam Brandt is the first guy. And here's Cam Brandt.
Getting on the left there.
New position coach with Lewis Powell. What have been your impressions of him this camp?
He's been great. I mean, he's been with us each and every day. You know, such a lovable guy, lovable coach. He's been getting after us on and off the field, just making sure we're doing the right things, making sure we're attacking and being competitive each and every day in practice. And just he's been a great person to learn from.
Staying on your left there.
What's your sense about the overall defense with a new coordinator? What's the feel compared to what you're used to?
I mean, I feel like it's simpler in terms of just like for the D-line aspect, it's definitely simpler. Less thinking allows us as a D-line to go after it, and less thinking, really. We're just going out there playing football, getting after the quarterback, and just have a chance to make plays.
Over here to your right.
We hear a lot of talk about practices are shorter but higher tempo now. Are you a fan of that practice style? How do you think it benefits you guys when you're out in the field, and just talk about that whole experience?
Most definitely. I feel like it kind of simulates the game, you know. Just being out there, game reps are high tempo, you know. There's no real need to be out there for too long because then that's more of a strain, I feel like, health-wise on our legs. So just being out there, high tempo, just getting after it, competing with the guys is good, and just we're in and out, we're getting good work in.
The back left corner there.
What are some things that either you identified in your own game or your coaches have identified that they've wanted you to work on this offseason?
For me personally, it's just continue developing my pass rush. I feel like that's been a big thing that I've needed to focus on and work on. So that's what I've been taking this spring, just to reflect and continue to better and develop during the spring camp and just get better at it.
Additional questions? In the corner there, Ryan.
By the end of spring, when it's all done, what would make a successful spring in your eyes for you and the program?
I mean, just all of us coming out healthy, you know, all of us coming out healthy and just together. I feel like this whole spring we've just been growing as a team each and every day, each and every practice. We've been getting better. We've been growing our connection as a team and just becoming one. And we have like this one goal we're all trying to reach. And that's obviously just make the Big Ten, get to the Big Ten championship, win the playoffs, get to the Natty. So I feel like that collective mindset is going to take us forward.
Have you noticed the growth being like linear, or has there been a certain point where it started to really take off?
I feel like since winter, it started in winter workouts with Coach Elisaya. I feel like it's been really linear in terms of we're all on the same page. We all know what it looks like, what greatness looks like, and we all want to get there. So we bought in and just continue to attack each and every day.
John.
Are there some younger guys on your side of the ball, or guys that haven't been starters or frontliners that have kind of risen up this spring that look like they might be able to help you guys out?
Most definitely. I mean, in my position, Lugard and Benny Patterson, they've been killing it this spring. They've been really working each and every day, flashing each and every day. And then just on my back end as well, like guys like Chase Taylor, Jordan Young, they've been flashing in practice and they've just been working. It's great to see out there.
I will take two on your right, Aaron, and then Nate.
I know he hasn't practiced much, but John, how do you get early impressions of him and what he brings to the position?
I mean, he's a great guy, all-around guy. I feel like he has just that experience, and just, he's a 10-sack guy, so obviously it's going to be great to have him on the D-line with us and just going after the quarterbacks that we face. So, yeah, he's a great addition.
D-line has been a strong suit of this team for the last couple of years. Is that something that you take pride in and something you're trying to emphasize this season?
No, of course. I mean, Coach Black, Coach Powell says it every day. I mean, it's a standard when you come here to Michigan. It's always like, got guys like Mason, KG, Derek Moore, Desai Stewart, all those guys that came before us. So it's our chance to continue to step to that legacy and just, I don't know, carry it on.
All right, Alejandro?
We've heard Lugard's name mentioned a couple times. What is it about his game that you feel like he's taken the biggest steps in this offseason?
I really just feel like his confidence, just trusting himself to make plays and go out there and do what he needs to do. Also just making plays and just shooting his shot when he needs to make it. I mean, he's a freak in himself. He's long arm, so obviously affecting the quarterback in his throws. So, yeah.
All right, we'll finish up on the right in the back. Angelique?
I know defense, you want the defense to stand out in the spring, but you also want to see the offense take a step. Are you seeing a different look from this offense, and in particular Bryce?
Yes, most definitely. I mean, he looks comfortable in his game. He's been showing out all spring, and that's been great to see, especially just like O-line guys as well. Blake Frazier, he's been doing good. He's been taking a step in the right path. And just other guys like JJ, him coming in, it's been great to see him practice, see the plays he's been making in spring, and March as well. So, yeah.
Have they gotten the best of you at all in practices, the offense?
I mean, just back and forth. We're always competing, and that's how you want it. So,
We'll finish up with Tony here. Go ahead.
Just one more on Bryce. I mean, social media was kind of the buzz with his little behind the back pass and practice.
Yeah.
I mean, does that stand out to you guys, or I guess what else has he done that's really stood out to you?
I mean, he's just a special player. I mean, I feel like we see that in practice each and every day, just by the throws he's making to these wide receivers, his plays. You think, oh, there's no way he made that, but he managed to zip it in. It's like on a thread, get these balls in on a thread, and it's been great to see.
That was defensive end Cam Brandt. Next one is defensive end Dom Nichols.
How early do you have to be at the meeting without getting yelled at?
Without getting yelled at, it's usually 5 minutes at least.
Would you like to know what time the meetings start, right?
Okay. Tony, a lot of players been sort of today and all week talking about the quicker practice tempo, the shorter time. Can you sort of break down what that looks like?
I mean, it's just like, so we just get the rundown of practice before practice, so you know what you're getting into. Usually it's 20 periods, probably like 10 team periods, but it's like run to everything. You do it fast so we can get out of here. But I mean, getting it done faster and more efficiently is definitely better than being out there for 3 hours, because people start getting a little lackadaisical at the end of practice, and you start, you're like, do I really want to be here this long? I'm a fan of the shorter practices as long as we're getting everything we need to done.
Were there 3-hour practices last year? And what's the standard practice like this year?
I mean, standard practice, they're going to say is 2 hours, two and a half hours. Yeah, sometimes we'd be out there a little bit too long last year, but what can you do about it?
Go to your left, Anthony, and then Ryan.
Ask Cam Brandt about Lewis Powell earlier. What have been your impressions of him?
Okay. I'm a fan of Coach Powell. I'm a big fan. I feel like this spring ball, maybe it's because I'm a little bit older and I see things differently now, but I've made a big jump with the help of his coaching. I like to compare him to our old coach, Coach V. Both players, coaches, like, will always have your back. So it makes you want to play harder for him, almost run through a wall. But yeah, I'm a fan of Coach Powell.
Ryan.
I'll piggyback off that. Anything specific he's helped improve your game, like parts of your game?
I think the biggest thing in terms of helping me in my game is my hands. He's helped me get my hands and my feet like moving at the same time, just a lot more fluent as a player in terms of pass rushing and just making sure we're always physical in the run game.
And are you like the guys excited for the spring game? And if so, like what part about it are you excited about?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we're all excited about the spring game. It's an opportunity for a lot of people just to go out there and show what they can do in terms of the younger guys, because I know they're looking forward to it. Dudes like Lou and BP, I mean, I'm excited for him, but those dudes are some ballers. So.
Okay, we've got a few on your right here in the front, starting right here.
Yeah, I guess we were just talking, Whittingham said on Thursday about the secondary. He said the ones are looking pretty solid, but behind that, we're still working on the depth. Is that something you agree with? What are your impressions of secondary when they're at right now?
Yeah, they're just young. That's the only thing. I mean, that's what comes with it, though. It's a complicated back end of the defense. They got to learn a lot of things, but there's some new dudes like Amarion just flipped over from offense to defense. So, you know, it's hard going from that, but they'll be good by the time that we need them to be good.
Tony? So offense has been pretty excited about the depth and sort of the multiple looks that they can get. Have you seen an offense that would give teams problems?
Their offense almost kind of reminded me of like a USC almost. It's not really it's not what you're used to in the Big Ten, but I think that's a good thing. I think it's an opportunity for teams to see something new that you're not used to, which is usually always harder to play against once they hit you with something you've never seen before. And I think it was a good opportunity for us this spring to get used to getting new looks and different looks. And you're looking at the formation, you're you don't really know what you're going to get, but you still got to try to make a play or do your job the best you can, which I'm a fan of the offense. I am.
You see, are the pieces interchangeable? Is there?
I'm a fan. Yeah, they are. I'm a fan of the wide receivers for sure. Bryce has been doing his thing. So, I mean, they look good out there. 13 and 3 are definitely some players. So.
We'll close it out. Last question over here in the corner.
I have to think when the coaches bring in an All-American like John Henry Daly, there's a lot of thoughts going through your mind. Somebody wants to play more. Can you speak to that? And, how does he work his way into this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Big Ten football. I was never the type of guy to really run from competition. That's what I want. I'm here to start this year, so that's what I'm gonna go out there and do. Just keep playing my game, get better at my game, which I have been doing, and stay confident in my game.
And that was Dom Nichols, defensive end. Now we got tight end Deacon Tonelli.
Again, on your right here.
I guess you've been talking about this in the receiver room a lot this year. I want to ask your opinion on that, both with Marsh staying and with French coming in, Buchanan and Celestine Moas, what you've seen from them on the field this spring.
This room is just so dynamic now. We got a lot of size there, a lot of grit. They just will do anything to get the ball, and also will do anything without the ball. And they're freaks in there, and they're going to catch the ball when it's thrown to them. I mean, all spring long, we've seen it a lot. JJ's made a lot of contested jump ball catches, and it's reliable. It's consistent. It's not just that's a freak play. It's every practice you'll see something good.
And Hogan was just saying that they kind of have skill sets that are different but connect in a certain way. Can you elaborate on kind of what those skill sets are and get into that a little bit?
Yeah, I'd say with how dynamic everyone is, it'll throw off everybody because we could have JJ in the slot, and then we can have A Marsh out, but we can also switch that. And everyone can play everywhere, and that's a big thing in this offense. So yeah.
All the way down to your left there, Brian.
What do you think you gained from your playing time last year, and what do you think the next step is for you?
My next step, honestly, is just to be consistent on the field and play every game and have a real impact in making this team win. And last year helped me just with the experience, getting those jitters out. Obviously, I've been here for 3 years now, going on 4. And only playing last year, I was able to get that real experience. So that was the biggest thing I needed, was to get them jitters out, feel the game, feel the speed and everything. And this year, just go out and dominate with that.
Is there anything that the new coaches have done to maybe help instill more confidence in your game?
Yeah, just trusting the game and just trusting them has instilled more confidence in myself and knowing that they're going to help me and push me to be my best, honestly.
Just in front on your left there, Anthony.
What have your impressions been of both Freddie Whittingham and Jason Beck this spring?
They've been great. And they've pushed us really hard, but they're the way that they teach us is very simple and easy, and they get their point across very clearly. And when you're wrong, you're wrong. But when you're right, they praise you for that. And it's been great. Connection's good. It's awesome.
To your right in the front, Tony. Yeah, hey, Deacon. Tight end's been a premium position here for some time. How do you see the tight end position playing a role in this offense?
Yeah, I think we're going to be very dominant. You know, physicality's always been a thing here, so that's going to maintain. And we're going to be seeing the pass game. Obviously, that's been a thing here. But, like, the main thing is just dominating our opponents in the run game. And then when it's time for us to go make a play, we'll make that play.
And can you speak to the depth of the quarterback room right now? I guess Bryce sounds like he's like last year getting a lot of reps.
Yeah.
You see that as a positive? You think there needs to be more competition when other guys come in the summer? Just your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think Tommy's done a great job competing with him. He's a fast guy. He can run with the ball. Likes to scramble a lot and like will make plays off of these scrambles. I know last year, like Bryce was getting comfortable and still feeling comfortable out there. But this year, like he's had a lot of time to he's got good connections with Marsh now, and now JJ McKinnon has been a great connection with him. So I think in the depth is great, and there's going to be a lot of competition this spring still. And the spring game, we'll be able to see Tommy showcase his talent, and other people like Chase Herbstreit. Like he's a physical runner when he runs, and you know the depth is good, and everybody can throw the ball, everybody can make the right read, and everybody can run. So it's good.
Go all the way to the far part of the right here in the front for you, starting there.
When the coaching staff came in, did they have to sell you at all on what the tight end position can be, or did you have an idea?
I watched a lot of tape, so I knew what was expected coming in. Their guy, Dalton, he was pretty good. And then they had, or not Dalton, I'm sorry. I can't remember his name right now. But he was the same number as me, number 88. But he was making a lot of plays. I saw him being dominant in that offense, and I saw them blocking a lot. So I'm excited. I knew that going in, that the tight end was a used position. I also knew that they used a lot of rhino, and the whole room saw that, and they thought that's a good opportunity for us to show that we can fill that position. You don't need a rhino, you got us. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Staying out here right here.
I guess kind of a similar question to Tony is about the quarterbacks, but the running backs. You know, with the room, how is it looking right now? Obviously, Marshall's one. Is Savion kind of got the 2 spot locked up? Is Bryson in the mix still? Just talk about, and also how they've all been around the field.
It's hard to say like 1, 2, 3, 4, but I know that there's 3 or 4 guys that are going to play every game. Bryson has the experience. Jordan, obviously, you guys have seen him, but Bryson has got the wheels, and Savion is pretty fast and physical, and that room is very dynamic, just like the receiver room. It's a lot of depth there and a lot of opportunities for the younger guys to like Savion to make the plays.
You kind of just let out an exhale when I said that. What were you thinking about specifically when I brought that up?
They're fast, physical. They're going to make a lot of plays. Like, I'm excited to see these guys like run around out there this year. It's going to be good.
Just in terms of your play style, do you think you'd rather lay someone out with a block or catch a ball over the middle?
I'd rather lay someone out over a block because, like, just that feeling of dominance, like, that's awesome to me. And that feeling, being able to inflict that onto somebody legally, that's good. So, yeah.
We'll go with one more question for Deacon in the back on the right, Angelique.
A lot of players come in and say this offense is more explosive. Can you give some examples of what you've seen in practice that have led people to describe it that way?
Yeah, I would say, we've had stretches in our team movement periods where we'll throw a long ball, then we'll have an option fake, and Bryce keeps it for another 30-yard play. I mean, it's hard to stop when you don't know what's going on, and everyone on the field is going to make a play and has that opportunity to make a play. It's hard to stop that. So when you see the explosiveness, we can make a play with our receivers. We can then the next play make a play with our running back and or our quarterback at the same time. So or us tight ends. Like if we split out, make a play, then come back to the run game, it's going to be explosive because, you have to stop both sides. So, yeah.
And that was Deacon Tortorelli. Yes, that's how he said it. Tonelli. I want to do it that way. No, I'm joking. I sound like CJ. Anyway, we're going to go to a break. We come right back. Yes, we have the El Presidente himself coming on, but it's story time, kids. I'm going to tell a story about Bo Schembechler and spring ball on the other side. You're listening to the MZone on the Big 1050.
This is the MZone.
And welcome back to the MZone. Jamie Morris. My man Bobby Toth on the other side of the glass. And it's story time. I told you it was story time. So, my freshman year, we went 6-6.
Mm-hmm.
And that ain't Michigan. I'm going to tell you what, this is a team.
Impressively mediocre.
I'm just going to say this. My freshman year, before I got here,
mm-hmm.
they went to the Sugar Bowl and tied the with Auburn, stopped Bo Jackson, and they was balling, dog.
Uh-huh.
We lost, but we it was Michigan. That's how you play defense. It was incredible. Come back, 1984, boom, boom, that team, new quarterback, relatively a new offensive line, defense lost a lot of key people. So we weren't the usual Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
We had to get into that grade.
Look, you had to rebuild real quick.
And that 84 year, we finished 6-6, losing to, so we did something a team never did. We played the national champions twice, or the number one team at the end of the season. What I mean is we played Washington second game of the season, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then played BYU in the bowl game, okay?
After they had showed that they were the real deal. Yeah.
We lost to BYU in the Holiday Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So Washington and BYU co-national champions. Both they were number one. One was number one in the UPI. The other one was in my day, and the other one was API.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they were co-champions or whatever you want to call it back in the day, because it was a selection, because everybody, it was, you had a system where if you didn't have a unanimous decision by both, you can say, okay, this team won in our group and this team won in their group. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we convalesced with it. It worked out for everybody. Bo Schembechler fired everybody. This is what I was told by the assistant coaches.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the locker room. You're all fired, and he left. Walked out. Mad as hell. Went and talked to the media, did everything. We're flying back. He didn't fly back with us either. I'm just letting you know. He didn't fly back with. I don't know if he walked back. I think he went and coached some of those bowl games, those all-star bowl games and everything. Thinking about football in his head and everything like that. So this is about spring ball. So what we did was
So what had happened was
see, nowadays they do 15 practices. And certain practices, I think you can have X number of hitting days and X number of days of non-pads and everything like that. Well, back in my day, we hit every day. Every damn day. It's on the decision of the coach. You know what I'm saying? So I knew nothing about spring ball, and everybody was telling me, "Oh, we going in. We're gonna go shorts and shoulder pads and everything like that." James, Big Johnny came and said,
"Full contact
pads, gentlemen, full pads."
Y'all go 6-6, never again. Full pads every day.
And everybody kept saying, "Oh, we've never done this. We've never done this." Well, guess what? We doing it now. So all I know is he said, "I want the first offense over here and the first defense here." We went goal line, first session.
Oh my God.
Offense, if you score, defense runs the field. Defense,
you get a stop.
You get a stop. Offense runs around. You want to know how many fights and everything we had going at it, dude?
Yeah.
And you had a winner of everybody getting bigger. Everybody. Mike Gittelson's camp was incredible, and we just got after one another. We set a precedent. We hit every day. All 20 days, we had live shells getting after one another. Live shells.
Oh,
and this was, and this was the day that winners get steaks, losers get tube steaks. You know what a tube steak is. It's a hot dog. So I'm just letting you know. That's how it was, bruh. And the war started then. But they did do some fun things because they got this team ready. This team came together. We banded together. Over that summer, we banded together. We got it. We got our stuff right, and we became Michigan again, as I would say. Bo got us right. And it was the best thing that he could do.
Y'all never went 500 ever again.
Not in his era.
Yeah.
not for him anymore, but it was the worst time. It was the worst time, but he got us ready, got us prepared, got this unit together, and the rest is history, as they say. That 85 team was one of the best teams ever. One of the best teams to ever perform under Bo Schembechler. I'm going to say that because we had unity. We did things together. We didn't sit apart from one another. I remember all of this, and it was incredible what he did. And that was true coaching. We could have went either way. And they were talking about, fans were yelling at Bo saying, and that was the year that we switched locker rooms too. And why did we switch locker rooms? Because when Bo was walking to the press rooms and everything into Chrysler, you heard the whispers of, "You're too old man. It's time for you to retire. Time for you to leave." We'll show him, coach. So they moved the locker rooms, which were connected. The right side of the locker room was connected to the stadium. Okay? So you could take the tunnel. You could take a tunnel entrance, and the fans couldn't talk to him or anything like that. I'm just telling you like it is. And that's still how it is now. It's connected to Chrysler Arena. So, I mean, that's the story I could tell you. And it was not fun. It was not great. But, you can give our boy El Presidente a call now. But that's too damn bad. Just letting you know, it was how it was. And he brought back Michigan. And he established how we're going to play football. We're going to play tough. We're going to play hard-nosed. And we're going to play Michigan. We're Michigan.
That's what's up.
And that's the way we're going to be. We're waiting to get our El Presidente on the phone because he's got things to share with you. That would be Kevin Fitzsimon from U of M Club of Ann Arbor. And, just trying to get him on, and he needed some time. Kev, how you doing, man?
Good, Jamie. TGIF.
Yes, you too.
So, Jamie, I appreciate you letting me come on again. A spring game is upon us tomorrow at 2:00, and I'm looking forward to our final luncheon, which always follows the spring football game, where we're going to have breaking down all the action tomorrow, or from tomorrow's game, I should say, on Monday at Weber's Inn, John Jansen. And John is, of course, the voice of Michigan football on the radio. He has a great podcast, Inside the Trenches. And, John really being on staff at Michigan, he has really unfettered access to the practices. So he'll be able to take you a little bit deeper than what you'll see from primarily the 2s and 3s tomorrow, and tell you how the team has progressed. He's gotten to know the coaches more. He's had on his podcast interviews with all the coaches on the staff now. So his insight, I think, will be unparalleled, and you'll get that insight when you come to Weber's Inn on Monday at 11:00 for our last luncheon. And as a part of that last luncheon, we have an award we present every year to a fitting athlete on the football team, one of which you received in your career, Jamie.
Yep.
That's our annual M-Man Award. And the recipient for this year's M-Man Award is a local hero, Joe Taylor, who is a 2-time Special Teams Player of the Year for Michigan. And he hails from Chelsea, Michigan. He'll be attending our luncheon on Monday, and we'll take questions from the members who attend that day. It's really an honor. Last year was Max Bredesen. The year before that, Blake Corum, and then Hutch before that. So, he's continuing a legacy, and special teams is an aspect of the game that often gets overlooked. Kerry Combs has come over and made an impact already in the bowl game in that area. And, if you don't have good special teams, you can get beat as well. And we're very fortunate that we have Joe Taylor as our recipient for the M-Man Award this year. So invite your listeners to come out. They can come as a guest on Monday. I'd recommend that they come out at 11 o'clock is when the program gets underway. They should get there no later than 10:30. We're expecting a big crowd, but we'll have plenty of seating in the ballroom at Weber's Inn. You'll have a legendary meal and hear directly from John about the team from what he sees, both in the 15 practices that he had access to, and then, of course, breaking down what he saw in the spring game.
Yeah, that's exciting. I like it. John knows football really well, so you will get that will be a treat for everybody.
He is such a great communicator too. I mean, people that watch the Sunday program Inside Michigan Football, they all know what a great job he does. He has something he calls Jansen Vision, where he breaks down plays from the game on his iPad and demonstrates to people the things that normally the casual fan doesn't see or look for. So those are the insights that John will be providing. And again, with his unique access to all 15 spring practices, I'm sure we're going to have a lot to share.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be really good. And I'm looking forward to what's good, other than, sights unseen. I mean, like you said, too, the 2s and 3s, we'll see them on Saturday. And, you'll try to visualize the ones being in there and doing the same thing at a higher level.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's going to be able to discuss the development he's seen with Bryce and the coaching he's seen. So I know that we'll get that insight, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing CJ Carr play. I mean, who's been anointed number 2.
Right.
He'll be out in the field, and then Kirk Herbstreit's son, he'll have a chance to play as well. So I'm anxious to see what those guys can do.
No, that'll be interesting. It'll be good. It'll be good to see those and see what happens on what's going on and see the young Mr. Frazier. That'll be good. Everybody talks about him right now. He's the talk of town right now.
Yeah, I mean, his dad, Steve, he was a legend. And that legacy is continuing. He was a big get when he committed to Michigan out of Texas. And no, I'm with you, Jamie. I think it's going to be exciting to see these players step forward and take on an expanded role.
No, it's the thing that, and as I was telling Bobby, we went through the rigor when in '84 we went 6-6, and I found out what spring ball was all about. In my day, it was 20 practices, and we set a record hitting the field in full pads and hit live every spring day of those 20.
Well, and that paid off because, as I recall, you finished number 2 in the country after that 6-6 season, beating Nebraska in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah. So it did work out. And, as I said, we became Michigan again, established ourselves that we still were a dominant team in the Big Ten, letting everybody know, casting our spell as high as we could.
Yeah. And, when they interviewed on Big Ten Today yesterday, Coach Whittingham, who was just like profusely dripping in sweat from his workout with a towel around his neck. And, but he is a workout fiend, apparently. He has not missed a workout, apparently, since 2008. Every day he's so glad. When he was at Utah, they do their day before discussion, and he'd come in sweating with the towel on as well. And, he says, I just killed your Peloton workout. So he's all about intensity and fitness. And I just think we're all going to be very happy with the kind of attitude and demeanor and football archetype that he's bringing here from Utah. Well,
he's done a great job so far with this team from what I've seen from afar. I can't say I know firsthand knowledge, but from what I've seen from afar, he's doing a great job putting discipline back into the program that was much needed. And the kids, as anybody says, great coaches say, if you can put discipline in these kids, that's what they're looking for. And it looks like this team was looking for that discipline, and they're acting accordingly to it.
No, I agree with you. And again, I have to give kudos to this staff for one, keeping the team together, keeping the most important players on the roster, and then also holding together this incoming class. Savion Hyder, he was an important get for us, and the legacy, as you know, of having a running team and having excellence in the backfield. So, Marshall is going to continue to lead that room, but Savion Hyder is going to be another big aspect of that. I think his demeanor, his intensity, people have bought into, and I'm sure it's been demonstrated in these practices. And we'll hopefully see our first look at it tomorrow with, again, John Jansen giving insight into all the football spring activities at the U of M Club on Monday at Weber's Inn.
No, you're right. It'll be a great day. Let's just hope Mother Nature stays with us
She's
on
been
her
real
side.
fickle lately.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful now. I mean, is it too soon? Has your weather guy chimed in yet, or is that not?
No, we need to call Gary and find out what Gary's what
Gary
he's
got
predicted.
nothing on this nonsense. What are we talking about?
I know. Whoa.
I spent the morning when I put out my trash and recycling, clearing it off my front lawn the next day.
Oh my God! Sorry about that. I got lucky.
no.
I got lucky.
No, I'm just glad nothing happened like some of the damage we've seen down around Vets Park and
Vets. I think they have the entire parking lot closed off because it turned into a pool. With
But we
a whole
had it
bunch of
between.
debris.
Well, I had it between me. It was at Vets Park, but yet it was at Yost Hockey Arena.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing CJ woke up and said, Daddy, we need to go downstairs. The horn's blowing. And I'm like, we're fine. And he goes, no, we need to go downstairs. And we did.
I mean, I was seeing some of the damage done to Yost. I don't know if they've,
They went and got it taken care of.
Has it been completely fixed by
I don't
now?
know if it's completed, but they were fixing on it that day.
Nice.
So they've been working on it. And traffic is moving again up and down it.
Nice.
State Street.
That was wild.
Yeah, well, let's just take a peek. 2:00 tomorrow. They're saying 47% chance of rain, 54 degrees, but hopefully they're wrong.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, right? It wouldn't be the first time.
If you get a 500 batting average, you're doing a good job.
Exactly, and you're still getting paid for it, right?
Well, fingers crossed, but nevertheless, rain or shine, we're going to get that insight on those 15 practices from John at minimum, game or no, and that's going to be unique insight that you're not going to get anywhere else. So, really, for your listeners that are wanting to learn about the team, the coaching staff, and the development of these kids over the spring practice season, come to Weber's Inn. 11 o'clock, the program starts. The M-Man Award will be a part of the program, and you'll be warmly welcomed by many Michigan fans.
That's awesome. The M-Man be that day. That's awesome, and we look forward to hearing that young man speak.
Yeah. Well, guys, hey, appreciate it again. Thanks for holding for me. I had a little delay today, but glad we got it in, and looking forward to the season ahead.
That's the El Presidente of the U of M Club of Greater Ann Arbor. Always gets me. And Kevin Fitzsimon and Kev, we'll catch you on the other side.
All right, you got it, Jamie. Go Blue.
Go Blue. Yeah, I always mess that up. I get them all rigor mortis and everything like that.
Not the rigmarole. It's like rigor mortis.
Rigor
I
mortis.
got my directions.
My head just stops and like
my
hey,
cities, they're
what are you
dead. They've
about
been
to
dead
say?
for a while. Full rigor mortis on these cities.
In my head. Jeez. Get it right, bro.
Oh, sorry.
No. Spring game signifies, you find out who your guys are, who your dogs are, who's going to be that guy. Used to. I know used to. I mean, hey, I'm going to treat you all all the same.
Now it's
like
just
dogs.
who actually studied the playbook and who was faking it.
Well, now it's the younger guys. You're trying to see if the younger guys got it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. You're a younger guy. You want to make sure you progress, but you see how deep the team is and different things like that. Early on, and you're not going to play those starters now. It used to be the philosophy was we can bang them up, get them banged up, but they'll get healthy over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And lift weights and get back in shape and everything like that. Now we're not going to play them because for fear of season ending injury.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. If you know who your starter is, we're going to hold pat because we had a great practice. They've been hitting hard. They got after it, one another, all 14 practices. Let's just say it like that. And they still have steak or tube steak.
Oof.
And we'll see who gets them. Will it be the maize or will it be the blue? We're going to go to a break. We come back. We got Austin Meeks on the other side from The Athletic. You're listening to the MZone on the Big 1050.
MZone.
And welcome back to the MZone. Jamie Morris, Bobby Toth on the other side of the glass doing the ones and twos. And joining us is Austin Meeks from The Athletic. Austin, how you doing today?
Hey, Jamie, I'm good. How are you doing?
Hey, dude, we're a day before spring ball. Come on. You know how I'm doing. I mean, we got weather threatening. We got grass growing. There's flowers. And it's raining all the damn time.
Cut your grass every other day.
That is a signal of spring ball. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Austin, I know hey, you know I do my reading up on you. And I know you got guys you want to see on the field. You want to see what these players can do. Can you tell the folks out there a few of the players that you're interested in seeing?
Yeah, well, number one on my list is Savion Hyder, probably number one on the list for a lot of people in terms of players they're excited about seeing for the first time in pads inside Michigan Stadium. I mean, he's probably been the player that we've heard the most about this spring in terms of a guy who's just caught everybody's attention. Not a huge surprise there. I think everybody knew coming in that he was going to be ready to play, had all the tools to be out there right away. But until you get a guy on campus, you never know for sure. Certainly everything we've heard is that he's going to be a dude. He's going to be part of that running back rotation. A couple other guys I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see Tommy Carr throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard a lot about Tommy this spring. He's in a position, things kind of fell his way, right? Colin Hurley, transfer from LSU, who was going to be in that quarterback competition for the backup spot, leaves the team early in spring. Brady Smigel, the other quarterback Michigan signed in that class, is injured. So it's really been Tommy Carr's job this spring as the number 2 quarterback, and it sounds like he's really embraced that. And with it looking like a lot of the starters for Michigan are either not going to play or play just a little bit. Don't know how much we're going to see of Bryce Underwood, but I'd expect we see a lot of Tommy Carr.
Yeah, that's a true statement. I think, hey, when you get the head coach and he's putting it out there early on, I mean, from the first media access you guys had to him, he threw that name out there quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That tells you that Tommy Carr, even with what the coaches could see before the spring, I think he'd impress them. It just tells you, he's a guy. He's exactly what I think everybody knew he was, which is, a guy who's gonna do all the little things well. A guy who's got a real feel for the quarterback position. Didn't come in as the biggest recruit, or it wasn't a 5-star quarterback, but you just knew he was the kind of guy that you get him in the building and everybody's gonna like him. And it certainly seems like that's been the case so far.
Yeah, that's been a good one. Yeah, I look, Tommy Carr, here's a young man. His brother's at the, Notre Dame, but yet he came. What is he? Was he the first Michigan sign in a minute? I mean, or was that someone else? I know that we hadn't signed a Michigan player. I mean, a high school player out of Michigan for a while.
He was the first Michigan in-state commitment in this class. I remember writing that story in the middle of the summer that, hey, they don't have a kid from Michigan committed in this class, and it was a little bit unusual. And I don't think. I mean, maybe you could go way back and find a class that didn't have a player from it. I don't think so. I think probably every single year Michigan's had an in-state player, at least one in their class, and it came right down to the wire for last year's class, and it ended up being Tommy Carr. And they may have gotten a good one. Who knows? He might be the best player from Michigan out of this class. We'll see.
No, I don't doubt it. I mean, from what they've shown, on Twitter and different things like that, that kid's got a release. He's got a lively arm. I'm not trying to, build him up, but I don't have to. The coaches love him too. From again, first media day when Whittingham came into that room, he talked about Tommy Carr.
Yeah, I mean, put up great numbers at Saline. as you said, comes from a quarterback background. He's got it in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot to like about Tommy Carr. Obviously, Bryce Underwood is QB1 for Michigan. I mean, that was the thing that Kyle Whittingham said before Michigan took a snap in the spring. Bryce Underwood's our starter. So really, it's about now developing depth, figuring out a backup who you trust, which, by the way, Michigan didn't really have that last year.
Right.
That was fortunately, knock on wood, Bryce Underwood was healthy all season, and they didn't have to find out what happens if Bryce Underwood's not out there. But I think that's a huge goal and priority for this new coaching staff is, you need to develop your starter, but you also need to develop the guys behind him. And I think Tommy Carr is going to be a big part of that.
Yeah, I do too. I think he'll be a real big part of it. I think with Coach Whittingham saying that Bryce Underwood is going to get his opportunities to run the ball. I think there's a possibility. Hey, you're a hit away from being the guy. So there you go. He's got to be ready, and I think he understands that.
Yeah, I think anytime you have your starting quarterback involved in the run game, and that was why Michigan hesitated to do that at times last year with Bryce Underwood, is you don't want to get him hurt, especially if you're not confident in your backup quarterback.
Right.
I think this backup quarterback competition, it's going to go into preseason camp. The transfer from Colorado State, who is not currently on campus, he's going to factor in that. Obviously, he has experience.
Mm-hmm.
He was a multi-year starter at Colorado State, has thrown for a bunch of yards. So he's probably still the favorite, I would say, to be the backup quarterback, just because if you need somebody to step in, you're probably going to go to the guy who's been a starter versus the freshman who's in his first year on campus. But I think long term, it's really a good sign that people are talking about Tommy Carr the way they are for his very first spring.
No, that's a great thing. It can be a curse, but yet it could be a good thing. So hopefully Tommy takes that and he performs at that great level and continues to do it.
Yeah, and he's got time. It's not like it was for Bryce, right? Bryce came in and everybody knew he's going to have to do this right away, ready or not. He's going to be out there. And with Tommy, he doesn't have that pressure. He's got at least 2 more years before Bryce Underwood's eligible for the NFL draft.
Exactly.
So he's, barring injury, not going to have to be thrown out there before he's ready. So he's got time. But it's a good sign that this early people are talking about him.
No, you're right. That's a good thing too. And how about that defensive line that Coach Witt is talking about? I mean, they say that's the strength of the team.
Yeah, he said they can go 5 deep, both the interior and at the end spots. And it sounds like that's really, really what he's looking for, is if you've got, basically 2.5, 2.5 lines on the depth chart, you're doing pretty good. And so, I was trying to think about, okay, who are the 5? Who are the 5 interior guys they really like?
Mm-hmm.
Who are their 5 guys on the edge that they really like? Because you start making that list, you're going to get to some guys who haven't played a lot. I think that's what's interesting to me, is that he feels that confident in the depth, even though on paper they don't bring back that many guys who have played a ton. So they must be seeing some things from some guys that we haven't seen on game day that makes them feel confident that the depth of that group is going to be there.
Yeah, they feel. I've heard it from a number of coaches now from that staff that said that this is going to be one of the strong points. So I'm going to take it for what they say. But I'm going to say this: if this offensive line gets healthy towards the beginning of the year, there could be some things happening for the offense too.
Yeah, they need to get their starters healthy on the offensive line. That tends to be a position, if you want to look at one position group where you really can't read too much into the spring, I think it's often the offensive line.
Right.
Because a lot of those guys are beat up by the end of the season. A lot of them, you don't see a lot of snaps from them in the spring just because, their bodies take such a pounding during the season that you want to get them healthy in the spring. And so I think there's going to be some frontline guys that we don't see on the offensive line tomorrow. But it's also, I think, a great opportunity to really get a look at who's going to be part of this next wave. And I think there are some guys we've heard about. I think Avery Gash we've heard about this spring could be in the mix to be part of that group. Maybe the utility guy or the first guy off the bench or maybe even pushing for a starting job. So I think we'll get a good look at some younger guys who are going to be on the depth chart tomorrow. And then we'll also have an idea of okay, who are they still waiting on that maybe he's not 100% healthy yet, but we expect this guy in preseason camp to be out there running with the ones.
Yeah, that's and what are you hearing about wide receivers? I know that Coach Witt gave us 4 guys at his first Ann Arbor conference, and I haven't heard anything else about them, but I know those are the 4 guys that he likes.
Yeah, I think they've got at least 4, and it seemed like at the beginning of camp what we were hearing was Celeste Moa had really, caught some eyes, turned some heads as a freshman who could be ready to play right away. I mean, obviously Andrew Marsh is the go-to guy at wide receiver. I would expect him to lead the team in targets and catches again. JJ Buchanan, I think, has been everything that Michigan knew he was from the coaches who coached him at Utah before. Jamie French, I think, we're going to see him do some things with the ball in his hands that maybe we haven't seen for a little bit from a Michigan wide receiver. But then I think, I think there's a few more guys that we could see play their way into that conversation. I think Kendrick Bell is a guy who, he hasn't had the opportunities or the productions that his brother had, but he's also, he's just kind of stayed in the fight, and tends to find a way on the field. And I would expect him to have a chance to do that again. And a guy like Travis Johnson, freshman, he was going to be the guy before Michigan got Celeste Moa, who everybody was saying he's ready to play as a freshman. And if he's ready, I think he's going to play. They're going to find a way to get him on the field. So I think there's a couple younger guys at receiver that I'm going to be interested to watch in this game. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Austin, what do you see? It says that we're only going to see, he's taken 15 to 20 guys not playing, and the 2s and the 3s are going to get after one another.
Yeah, that sounds like it's the plan. So we're probably going to see a lot of backups against backups, but that's okay with me. I always think the backups are the most interesting.
Well, they're going to give you the hardest. They're going to give you the hardest look. I mean, they're going to ball out. They're going to have to show this is your opportunity to show that you belong with the starters, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're fighting for something, and they're the guys we don't get to see very much. They're, the guys that we haven't really gotten to evaluate a lot in game action. So I'm usually more interested in those guys than I am in, Bryce Underwood. I'd like to see if Bryce Underwood looks noticeably different or noticeably more comfortable in this game. But really, it's the guys that I haven't seen before that I'm most interested to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for the people that we're going to watch. Are there any spots, positions that you are highlighting, like maybe the linebackers, because we lost a few linebackers, some starters, and it sounds like we got to restock the linebacker spot.
Yeah, it sounds like Kyle Whittingham has really been pleased with the young linebackers. You mentioned Chase Taylor has had a really good spring. Troy Bowles, I think, is in line to step in there and be a starter. They've got a couple other younger guys there that they're getting a good look at. So that's a position where I don't really think you have an established starter that you say, oh, we've seen everything we need to see from you, take the day off. I think that's a position where if I were them, I'd want to look at every single guy to see, just gather more information. Another spot I'm going to be watching. I think the backups at defensive back, it sounds like that's one position where there's still some questions. I think the starters, especially at cornerback, are really established. And I think it's still an open competition to see who's going to be that fourth cornerback behind the three starters. Who's going to be out there at safety, maybe in the second wave. So there's some young guys that I think are probably going to get an opportunity to play and play a lot at defensive back tomorrow. That'll have a chance to make a statement and say, hey, I'm that guy. I deserve to be on the 2 deep. Maybe I'm not a starter, but I deserve to be part of the rotation and right there running with the twos.
Austin, nobody's talking about, the game being televised or anything like that, or for fear of losing players and everything like that. Has that died down a little bit? I mean, now you got people are actually having spring ball again,
Well, there's no spring portal.
Right.
And I would assume that's a big part of it, because when you had the spring portal window, then the spring game really was sort of like a showcase, basically, for your roster of anybody who wants to tune in and say, oh, hey, I kind of like that guy on my team.
Right.
And exactly the reason that a lot of teams didn't want to do what Michigan is doing. Like, if you got a guy who maybe is second or third string and nobody's seen a lot of him, when you have that spring portal window, it's like, well, do I really want to put him out there and let everybody see him? And somebody goes, oh, he's really good. I haven't seen him before. So that seems to be going back to normal a bit now that we only have the December portal or the January portal window. And still some teams not doing it. It's still more kind of case by case. But I'm glad to see that Michigan is still doing this because I think it's good for the fans. And it's just and it's good for the players. I think it's a good opportunity for a lot of these guys to get out there, and perform in front of the fans in a real game atmosphere.
Particularly, I mean, it's Coach Witt's first year. You introduce and you get a chance to showcase your staff too, right? You get to have voices and see faces of the guys that you've been hearing about, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good way for the fans to get an introduction to this coaching staff. I don't expect Michigan's going to tip its hand very much and show too much of the playbook, but I think it's more interesting than a typical spring game, just from the standpoint that schematically things may look a little bit different. We're going to get a sense of at least like what does the base defense look like for Jay Hill? What kind of offensive formations and personnel packages does Jason Beck like to use? I don't think anybody's under the impression that they're going to give us all the answers to that tomorrow, but at least a really basic view of what this team is going to look like with these new coaches and new schemes. I think we're going to get a little bit of that tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, hey, Austin, if you can hold off the weather, if you can hold off this weather and help us all out, because right now it doesn't look that appealing. But you know what? The weather people are wrong half the time, aren't they?
Well, it's beautiful out there today.
Oh, it's gorgeous right now. I'm looking out the window right now going, wow.
Yeah,
it's got
I
nice.
was outside. Like, wow, if tomorrow's like this. But, Jamie, I tell you what, I don't think I've covered a Michigan spring game when it was not like 48 degrees and windy and cloudy. Like, for some reason, that day, that Saturday, it seems like that's the day that the Michigan weather always picks to remind you that, oh, no, it's not quite spring yet. It's not quite summer. We got to deal with this a little bit longer.
Oh, my God, Austin. You know what? I was telling everybody that sat in that seat where Bobby's sitting in, I said, if it's a sunny day and it's close to 60, we'll get 25,000 people easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Because they want to
Yeah.
see, they want to come to Ann Arbor. It's a destination. And they want to see Michigan football and everything like that. Particularly after what happened, down in Indianapolis this couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, and it's free, right, and open to the public. Like, you get a nice sunny day, I agree with you. I think you'd have a lot of fans coming in for it, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that based on the forecast I saw. It can always change. Maybe we'll get lucky, but I was seeing some rain in the morning, and then must be a cold front coming in because it looked like the temperature was supposed to drop about 20 degrees. From the beginning of the game till the end of the game.
You may not see the Morrises out there. I'm just saying that. No, you know what? I would go. I'm still gonna go. Still gonna go.
Wow.
Still gonna breathe it because I want to see it. This is something new. It's exciting. And seeing Kyle Whittingham and how he and his staff are gonna coach him up and see how they do it and how they interpret Michigan football. And it's damn close to what it's always been. We want to see toughness, and that's what he's talked about.
Yeah, you want a tough team. You want some tough fans who are going to stick it out, and watch the whole spring game, even if it's cold and windy. That's, you got to get ready for what it's going to be like in November. Sometimes you get some November football weather in April around here.
No, you're right.
So,
you're right. Everything you're saying is right.
Ready.
We need to get ready for it, and it'll be something to watch. But you know what? I'm gonna be right there on that day. I mean, tomorrow, be there on that day. We'll be there wearing our maize and blue.
There you go, and I'll be up there in the press box.
Yeah,
nice
make yourself feel good. Be warm and thinking about me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
You need to come up and say hello. You're always welcome.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Austin, thanks for coming on. We really appreciate it. And have a great night. And we'll see you on Spring Saturday.
All right. Sounds good, Jamie. Thanks.
That's Austin Meeks with The Athletic. Read up on him. He knows this team up and down. Already, I should have asked him, has he developed his, roster? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We obviously know who the quarterback is. But, and he kind of had an idea on the defense and everything like that. And we should have asked more of him of that. That's me. That's the wrong questions that I didn't get out.
Hey, it's all right.
It's not. Anyway, but I appreciate you trying to clear it up. That being said, we need to go to a break. On the other side, we got Nick Baumgardner. Find out what the Lions are doing and what's going on in the NFL. There may be a referee out. They may be. They may not want to, but the league's already covering it. They got some scabs. I'm just saying, they got some scabs. And who wouldn't want to be a referee in the NFL?
It sounds like they're bringing in like some college officials. So then we'll see what kind of officials the rest of the college games get.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You better get ready because it's going level by level. So it'll be interesting.
Let me dust off my my zebra uniform.
Well, we'll see. You may get a chance. You won't get no good games. I'm just saying. You're listening to the MZone on the Big 1050.
This is the MZone.
And welcome back to the MZone. Jamie Morris. My man Bobby Toth on the other side of the glass. And I want to say this right now. Nick Baumgardner did not forget. I just forgot to send him the link to the show. So we're going to give him a few minutes and he'll get it. That being said, Bobby, just wanted to let you know, in all 3 of my spring balls, I had great weather.
I'm so happy for you.
We had great weather. It was great. No problem. Everything was good.
Last 3 years been pretty questionable. I'm slowly working my way back. But last year, hot and rainy. Year before that, cold and cloudy. 2023, cold and rainy.
Well, I would just say this. It goes with the weather. I mean, it's probably, well, when we say global warming, I mean, sometimes it's not global warming. I'm just saying. It's just, hey, we must be in El Nino or La Nina or something like that. That being said, Nick Baumgardner is here, folks. He's saving the show. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it.
How are you doing, Jamie? What's going on?
Sorry about that. Sorry about
you're good,
that.
man.
I was trying to get things taken care of, and yeah, it slipped my mind. I'm getting older. You know that, right?
I know. Me too, man. Me too.
Letting you know.
Yeah.
I was home with the kid by myself. The wife had to go.
I have the same. We have a all week. We had the tornado this week, so that canceled school, which is great.
I was between the tornadoes.
Yeah,
we had
I was
one
on
on the west side of town, and we had the other one over by Yost Hockey Arena. So we were in between it.
You're in between.
It was the kid who made me go downstairs because he heard the sirens.
The sirens.
And I said, "It's okay, just stay asleep." And he goes, "No, we got to go downstairs." So we made it downstairs. Let's just say.
Well, that's okay.
It's good. Nick, what's going on? How you doing? I saw Jahmyr Gibbs on TV today. I thought they were announcing his. Yes, Bobby's laughing at me because I thought they were announcing a new contract or something. They're talking about WWE. I mean, what the heck?
Oh,
man?
for God's sake!
And his fresh, of course.
I was at Detroit Economic Club yesterday. Actually, for their meeting. Rod Wood was there.
Okay.
And he talked a little bit about this. He talked about he mentioned Gibbs, Laporta, Jack Campbell, and if there's one other guy I'm missing here, is there one other extension candidate that I'm missing here? Brian Branch.
Brian Branch, yes.
Those 4, trying to pay all 4. That's what he said yesterday.
Really?
Trying to pay all 4. The idea that they have, because I mean, he was defending the idea, questions about why didn't you spend more money in free agency? Why didn't you, all that stuff that they get every year? And I think the uniqueness of the fact that they have all these young guys that they're paying, and he was pretty clear with those names that they're going to try to pay them all. And I think Holmes has been, Brad Holmes has talked about this too. Like, I think Gibbs and Campbell are like up next. So they were the first rounders that in the same year that year.
No, you're
They have
right.
the 5th year option coming up.
I remember Gibbs getting booed when he got picked.
Yeah, right.
I'm still mad about that. People didn't understand. I get it. Why are you taking a running back? Running backs are a dime a dozen and all of that. Not this one. Not this one.
You say the same thing about this Jeremiah Love coming out this year too.
Right.
And I tell people this all the time. And people were down on Ashton Jeanty last year, and they shouldn't be.
Yep.
He had a really good year on a terrible team.
Yep.
And, there are running backs that come along more than people want to admit that are special players that are, and especially now with the NFL, making its way back to the downhill running game and all that stuff too, right? So the tight ends being more involved, it's going to be, you're going to see guys get more invested in. And I think over time, it'll be more than just Bijan and Gibbs. It won't just be once in a while. You'll see more guys get money. So I think that's on its way, but it's got to be a special guy, which they do exist. 10 years ago, people were like, they don't exist. And I'm like, no, that's foolish. They exist.
No, it was a dime a dozen. Yeah,
right. They're all the same,
they're all the same.
which is nonsense.
They get beat up, and then you can't do anything with them. I mean, there were running backs that were lasting years, 12 years.
Frank Gore.
Exactly.
Frank Gore. Like, you know what I mean? Jim Harbaugh's favorite football player of all time, right there,
Of
Jamie
all
Franco.
time.
Of all time, brother.
Of all time. As Muhammad Ali would say, all time.
That's right. That is right.
Say it. My goodness. But that being said, they're going to try to pay all of them. And Campbell, I mean, look, is Jameer going to get the top, top money?
I think that's probably why it's taking some time with his. And, again, Bijan's involved there too. He's going to get money. Somebody else just got paid too. ETN just got paid,
Right.
so that'll change some things. But, those things do take take a minute. I think it was, he did compare Gibbs's deal in the terms of the timeline and the speed of it a little bit to like what they went through with like Aiden. Aiden's took longer than people, I remember getting asked questions about that too. Quite a bit. We're like, is Aiden going to sign? I'm like, yes, he's going to sign. But, I think Rod Wood's comment yesterday was like, Aiden's deal was a big deal. It was a huge contract. So it took a long time. It takes, I think that the indication there is Gibbs and Jack Campbell and Branch and probably Sam too are going to be signing big deals. And, they're not going to be done in like Kevin McGonigal in 10 seconds, right? The NFL works a little bit different.
I'm not talking about that. That is crazy.
Jamie, I had no problem with it. I don't know baseball like I know football, but I was like, this kid, hey, look, we're going to will it to him being this good. We're just going to give him this money and say it's going to happen. I'm in.
I just can't go with Pittsburgh did the same damn thing.
I know.
I mean,
that's baseball now. That's
you
the
have
league, I think.
pitchers. You have pitchers that are world renowned. That guys, I mean, you got a two winner. You got a two winner, Detroit, and instead we're gonna give this guy a ton of money and not give.
And that's another thing. In baseball, that stuff happens in a blink. They happen faster in other sports. NFL contracts do take a while. They take, you got insurance involved. You got all this stuff. Guarantees. They fight over the guarantees harder than anything anybody ever realizes, because that's really all any NFL player is interested in is how much can I get guaranteed. So yeah, whether or not, and we've seen this too before, Jamie, whether or not Jameer gets the most total money,
right,
or the most guaranteed, and not the most total. I'm sure one of them will probably get the most total, and then one of them will get the longest.
I guess what he wants it to say. I mean,
I don't know. I did see he got a new Sonic tattoo on his back the other.
Yes,
the
we
other day.
saw that.
Cool.
We saw that. It's huge.
Yeah, but it looks good.
Yeah,
cross
it did
in the
look good.
middle.
Yeah, looked
name
good. And I was like,
blades.
when I first saw read the headline, like Jameer Gibbs Sonic, I'm like, oh, that's gonna look terrible. And then I saw it, I'm like, oh, hey, that's not bad.
Exactly.
That's not bad. I liked it.
It was perfect.
He said it was 10 hours in the chair getting that done.
What?
I bet, man. His whole back looked like it was like 3 days in the chair, probably total to get all that done. He's got quite a mural back there.
Okay, have you figured it out what the Lions are looking at from a draft pick? I know they want to tackle.
Yeah.
They want to tackle, but
who can also play corner.
Right.
Exactly.
And tight end maybe too.
Or safety.
I've wondered.
Or
safety.
safety. I mean,
I tell you, I have wondered if
just need another
more
Penny
right.
School. You can do everything.
Right.
Right. The more I look into it, it's like I really feel like this is going to be a little bit like we're just talking about Jameer's draft year, a little bit like that year where we just had no idea where he was going to go, and he's just going to have his favorite guy, and if he has to trade up to go get that guy, that's what he's going to do. And if he has to trade down, if he wants, because he thinks the guy's falling, that's what he's going to do. I think that's maybe what we're going to see here, whether it's a tackle, whether it's something or an edge.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume it's one of the, I would
There's
assume
a lot of edges. There's a lot of edges out there. You know that, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of tackles and edges and offensive. Right. I would say offensive line because I would count Venga Ioane, the big guard from Penn State, in this conversation too, because all those tackles and him, I think whoever Holmes' is favorite of that group, I feel like he's going to try to go get that guy, or like you said, Jamie, the favorite edge, whichever one is reasonable and falling or whatever. I feel like they're going to go get that guy because I think they look at this a little bit like, hey, we're picking at 17 right now, and we don't plan to be at 17 for the next 5 years. We're not going to screw this up again. That's their mindset.
Right.
We're not going to screw this up again, so we're picking in this non-playoff spot. So if there's a guy up here that we think we can go get that's special, let's go get him. I really could see them doing that and not really worrying about it. They've done that before in other cases too.
Baines? Can you see them taking Ruben
right.
Baines?
Maybe if that's what they want, right? If that's what they want.
If he falls
if he's tumbling to 12 or something.
Yeah. Right.
And Brad's like, hey, I can make that happen. They, people forget a little bit. They don't have those third round picks, but they have 2 4s, 2 5s, 2 6. They can dip into next year
For a
too.
little trade up action. Yeah.
So it wouldn't shock me at all if they made a move like that, because I think right now they're just, hey, we want to add. They are almost rostered out too. We've talked about this too. They're full. So if you're coming in here, you better be really special. And I think that's kind of what their mindset is too. So I would not be shocked if they're one of the teams that tries to make a move, because I've been asked that all week. Like, is there going to be any trades because there's no quarterbacks? And I definitely think there's enough players out here that there'll be some trades this year.
What does that do to the draft, not having quarterbacks? I mean, you have one quarterback, and then you got a lot of.
This year's better than that.
Alabama and
see, I'm not in love with Simpson.
No,
you got to be in love with Simpson.
No. There's only one first round quarterback this year, Mendoza, and then Ty is like a on the fringe guy, which usually gets kicked down to second round, or maybe somebody will trade up into the bottom to get him. But really, I think what it does, it slows down the trading at the top, right? Like the number 2 and number 3 in years past have always been valuable picks because teams want to get up there to get their guy.
Exactly.
So that's not going to happen. But what you will see, though, I still think is like those mid-size. Like, remember when Holmes traded down to get Terrion Arnold that year?
Yeah, right.
Like that, like those kind of deals. I think this is the year that we'll see a lot of those. It reminds me a bit of the year that I want to say it was the year Burrow went, or maybe one of those guys. He was the only quarterback up there. There wasn't anybody else. It wasn't that year. It was somebody else. But it was around that time. There was one guy at the top, nobody else, and it was just like weird little trades here and there throughout, but nothing crazy in the top 5 or 10, I don't think. Unless somebody's like, I got to have Jeremiah Love or Sonny Styles. That'd be the 2.
Cardinals, maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe,
if someone else really wanted him. I mean,
the Raiders have taken or have gotten calls on one, but I would be surprised if that happened.
Why would the Raiders let that go?
For the same reason, like I see some people not mocking Mendoza to the Raiders at one. I was like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, that's just
what are we talking about?
I mean, that feels like the safest, and they've signed Kirk Cousins, who feels like a perfect
clone.
He's the perfect
guy with him. I mean, the Mendoza's
walking through Vegas is hilarious.
Mendoza's pro comp, if you watch his tape, is either Jared Goff or Kirk Cousins.
Yes, that's exactly who he is. Exactly.
Yeah. So it'll be a great fit. I think even if Kirk had to start a couple games and Mendoza learned behind him, Cousins is the type of guy that I think everybody knows he's proven to be a really good teammate. Yeah,
I think that's the best thing you got to do.
He helped out
Penix.
Penix
Him behind that.
right?
You can't put him behind that line.
No, but he'll help him out. He won't be a jerk to him or anything. He helped out Penix.
He knows that that's what he needs to do. Because he's in the twilight
of his career. Yeah, and I think Kirk understands that. He's one of those guys.
To his agent.
He's one of the richest players in the NFL ever
of all time.
Are you kidding me?
Kirk has made more money than
my goodness
Stafford almost. It's very close.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's incredible. Thank you. What's his name?
He is probably the most overpaid.
The quarterback that was drafted before him for the
RG3. Yeah.
RG3. Thank you, RG3. Not that thank you for getting hurt, but thank you for being who you are, because he forced himself back on the field when he was hurt still.
That's right. That's right. And Kirk Cousins, it might be the most. I like Kirk Cousins, but he might be the most overpaid player in the history of the NFL.
Oh, he's overpaid, but he solves the circumstances.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When there's a problem, and he's done it every year.
Hey, this is a market too. This is going to be a thing for older quarterbacks. They don't know it yet, but the guys that accept this, they will be able to make money coming in and saying, "Hey, we need you to babysit this kid coming in because these kids coming in now are not where they were 10 years ago."
Larry says it all the time. The worst position now is the quarterback position.
Absolutely.
You're not letting these quarterbacks learn. Right. You're just throwing them in and to the wolves.
And what do you expect?
Exactly.
That's why so many need a trade at some point. It's like, oh, he's revitalizing his career. It's like, no, he just needed a couple years, and now everyone in his hometown hates him.
Sam Donald.
You're going to see it again with Kyler Murray. They're going to do the same thing again with Kyler Murray. You watch that kid will rejuvenate his career with O'Connell.
And now he's throwing to Justin Jefferson.
Well,
away we go.
Better receivers. Yeah. He has better receivers.
And someone next year will pay him a boatload and what have you.
And then,
like people have given up on JJ McCarthy.
Yes.
He's 22 years old. And I'm like, guys, call me when he's 28.
Right.
If he's still bad when he's 28, then I'll say okay. But until then, we're not going to make any determination on a
Well, you
quarterback. For
can't
me,
now. You
do
can't.
it.
Kids are coming out too early because they want to get to the league so bad.
And they don't get coached the same way in college.
Exactly. You don't get any coaching. The best thing that's happening to, and I'll say this, Bryce Underwood right now.
Yeah.
He's got a quarterback coach. He's got an
another guy behind
coordinator. He's got another guy behind him that's watching every move he makes. So they're teaching him how to be a quarterback.
That's the best thing you can do.
Yes.
Best thing you can do. When I did those books on the Lloyd days and talked to those guys from the 80s, and when you play Jamie, like the idea of quarterbacking here at Michigan, especially, and in college football, some of the biggest programs was true. Jim used to call it the cage match. Was the true get the 7 best guys we can get, 7 or 8, and have them just fight it out until the best guy comes out, and that best guy is going to be awesome.
Exactly.
The best guy's going to be awesome. So that's really what people need to get back to, and it takes some time. And I think that the Raiders did that was a smart thing. I don't know if that was a Tom Brady move or what, but that was a smart.
I hope it was Tom Brady. I mean, good
idea.
God. He needs to shine a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's making all the calls. We know he's making all the calls.
Yeah.
And I love Tom, but hey, dude.
This is a good spot for the Raiders, though. The Raiders have been Gruden imploded that place. Mark Davis is a fool as well.
I read that, and I forgot who wrote it, but he destroyed that place. He destroyed that place.
But they have a good chance here now to get back up off the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
Hired a good young coach.
Yep.
Got to get a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing about Fernando, same thing I said last year about Cam Ward. He is tough enough mentally to handle it if you're just awful all year and the thing sucks and everybody's calling for you to get benched. He's not going to fall apart mentally.
No.
Cam Ward made it through that disaster mentally, came out the other side better. Mendoza will do the same thing. I have no doubt.
I'm going to ask you about Cam Ward because Cam Ward is down in Miami. And it's tough to play in Miami right now. Really tough as a quarterback. He's following Tua, but it's not. But it's Cam Ward who they
talking
really
Malik Willis.
Yeah, Malik Willis. I'm sorry.
Cam is in Tennessee,
Willis. Yes. Malik Willis, went through. I mean, can he make it down there?
Well, and then they get rid of some of their other pieces.
That's right. No, yes.
Why?
They are trying to rebuild the franchise, and they're trying to use Malik Willis as a transitional quarter. That's what it looks like to me. A bridge guy.
He's the bridge. He is the bridge.
He is the bridge. But look, Geno Smith was a bridge guy at one time, and then he cashed that thing into a huge deal with Seattle before he aged out. Sam Darnold was supposed to be a bridge guy too, and that, look what that. Yeah. So he's a bridge guy, but I think it's the opportunity, to see what happens here.
I think
he did get paid.
I think KOC thought more of himself. If I can develop quarterbacks, he started believing, as Bo would say, he's believing what the reporters are reporting about.
I absolutely agree with you on that. When he made that comment about how organizations fail quarterbacks more than quarterbacks fail organizations, I was like, buddy, look what you're about to do with McCarthy here, man.
Exactly.
Nobody will ever.
I love JJ, but I'm just saying, you put him in that situation, and that's not a good situation. The offensive line is not sturdy. You got chaos going on around you.
Look, that kid McCarthy's got every tool in the box.
Yes.
You're not going to convince me that kid's a dud. Like, you're just not going to do it. It's the same conversation as Sam Darnold.
Right.
When the Jets wanted to be like, this kid just doesn't have it. It's like, yes, he does. He does have it. You just need to calm down
the
and
Jets
bring
need
it out
to
of him.
remember they're bad luck. They're bad luck.
Jets
for the
are bad luck.
Jets are bad luck. I'm saying the Jets are bad luck. They took the kid out of BYU, who I forget his name, but
Zach Wilson.
Yes, Wilson, and they literally
Christian Hackenberg. Remember him?
Yes, I remember him.
So, which Ohio State player are they going to take at 2 and ruin their career?
Well, Julian Sayin next year coming out. You got Jeremiah Smith. Although Jeremiah Smith's good enough to just power through that. He'll be okay.
Jeremiah Smith could be a great pick for them because he can run the ball. He really can.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And the running back they have is, it's almost time for him to
Brees,
move.
I think still
Brees needs to move. If he's going to have a good career.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
They thought about it this year, I think. He's one of the
I know they did.
Going to take Jeremiah at 2?
Hey, I wouldn't be shocked if Brees Hall gets moved on draft day even or something like that, right? Like the Jets have made so many moves. and they're trying to gut the whole thing and restart. So they have so many picks. They have more picks than anybody this year. The Jets do.
Yeah.
Could be a big jump for
Reese
Aaron Glenn.
picks and then pick up Jeremiah. Okay.
Hey, Aaron needs this. Aaron Glenn needs
Nobody needs this bigger than him.
They gutted him. They gutted that team during last year, and now they'll let him go quick. If if he doesn't get off to a good start,
he's going to have a really young team and no quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep, he's going to have to rally it up, and they're going to have to just nail the draft. They're going to.
He's got to talk to Dan Campbell. He's got to talk to somebody. Somebody's got to give him a heads up. Dude.
My hope for the Jets is that they just draft best player available all the way through.
Right.
And if they do that, he's going to have a competitive team, and he's going to have a team that at least you'll be able to scrap some stuff together, and you'll be able to surprise some people and beat some people that you shouldn't beat, and that's all it's going to take for him to keep his job.
And keep in mind, they're still in the AFC East.
Yes.
Which is not as strong as everybody thinks, because everybody goes, the Patriots went to the Super Bowl.
That's the hard part, is the media up there is not going to let them get a break. And Woody Johnson reads all that crap and just won't. It's relentless. So they're not going to let them have a break and say, hey man, we had one of the youngest teams in the NFL, no quarterback. And what if the Jets win 5 games next year? You're going to have half the media up there being like, he needs to be fired.
Right.
And then when in reality, it's like, that's an incredible improvement. You might be on your way to
5 to 6 games.
I was going to say 5 looks bad, but
no.
Or they were
5 to 6
my
games.
God. Remember where the Lions were that year when they couldn't get a first down, Dan Campbell's first year? And the next year, if they won 6, you'd be like, what a jump. I think they won 8 or whatever.
They won 8.
Yeah.
They won 8.
So you're looking
he
for
barely missed a playoff spot.
the big jump here. This is a huge year for him. The second year is the biggest year for any coach all the time. I've always said that. The second, people used to think the third year.
Yeah.
I've always said it's the second year. Your first year is you're going to get the goodwill and the honeymoon, like Big
You
Sweet
show
always
hope.
says, right?
You show hope in that
year
second
2.
Yes.
Is when people are like, I'm sick of this honeymoon here a little bit.
Get
People get a
3
little
picks
antsy.
in the first game.
Right. So you got to go.
They need an interception. Yes. They needed. Look, Aaron, that's your calling card, is defense. So that defense
There's some guys. There's some guys this year too. This is a good year to have it, to build it up. So I'm very interested to see what they do. I have no idea where they're going to go. So the draft kind of does start at 2 in a way.
Yeah.
Caleb Downs, maybe.
Or Reese.
Or
Reese.
Right.
Sonny Styles. Who knows? David Bailey, the kid from Texas Tech. They could do that too. The edge.
Whatever it is, it's got to be something, and it's got to be physical.
Yes.
I mean, the best thing that happened, and I'll say this, the best thing that ever happened to the New York Giants, the only reason I say that is because my brother Joe played for them at that time, was Lawrence Taylor.
LT, baby.
When LT came in, he disrupted everything. He was a one-man hitting show, and then they built from there. They built from there.
That's what happened here. Aiden Hutchinson came in, and that defense absolutely nothing on it. And it went from being a lifeless unit to pretty good. That one that we now expect to be like a top 5 group every year. And it's basically because of him.
Exactly.
So it's one guy. That's what it takes sometimes. Put that guy, post him in the ground, and build around him. That's what I would do. Take Reese at 2 and build around him. That'd be my call.
Wow.
Downs, I wouldn't hate that. He's great too.
I like him. I do like him. I ain't like him. I don't like him.
You didn't like him last year.
I didn't like him last year, but I like him. He's a good player. He's a
now.
great player. I give him all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they're getting slack though. You got to love this. So I can't tell you how many questions I've got from radio shows, podcasts last month. How did Ohio State not win the national title with all these guys on defense? They were beyond loaded. So Matt Patricia got all the love all year, but now people are like, "What were you doing?"
Was a genius. He was a genius. He knows.
What were you doing? You had the X-Men on your team, and you couldn't do anything. You couldn't win. It's like, bro, come on, Ryan.
Matt Ryan. You think Matt Ryan want to go back to the league?
No, he's with the Falcons too. He's doing some sort of I don't know, Andrew Luck type
I
thing.
said
With
Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that. No,
I'm just asking. I'm thinking, Matt Ryan. He just.
Bill Rivers did it, but
I don't think he does anything. I mean, look, Tom Brady's talked about it. He needs to stop that because he's an owner now.
That's right.
He started talking about it. I could do it. I could do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what that's all about.
He's going to be a player coach while Mendoza's there.
Oh, God.
Hey,
oh, my God.
Do not.
No.
I'm just
No. If anybody could pull it off, it'd be him. If anybody could get the league to let him do it, it'd be him too.
Oh my God.
It seems
he
like.
lost too much weight though.
He
He's
did
not,
lose a lot of
yeah,
weight.
he
I
lost a
thought
lot
the
of
same
weight.
thing, Jamie. I was like,
He's a
he'd get
skinny mini
broken in
now.
half.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was
You'd
like,
be-
he can't move anyway.
Nope.
So like that guy used to get hit. People forget Tom Brady could take a hit like maybe better than any quarterback ever.
And that's what, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's how he teaches you young bucks. You guys don't
take a
need
hit.
it until you get a hit.
Yeah.
You get hit like I got hit when they used to let
Really
the
get hit.
defense
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I agree though. He's lost
No
way too
red
much weight.
jerseys for you. Yeah.
All I'm
it's not
saying
gonna
is he
work.
lost
He'd
too
get
much weight.
broken.
He lost too much weight. Looking good. Got that.
He's eating
got
too
that
many
look.
plants and powders on the TB12 diet.
Avocados. It's avocado. Yeah, they're good for you.
They
I
are.
eat avocados all the time.
I do too. I do
I
too.
love them.
Superfood.
They're good.
Porterhouse, Jesus.
Oh my goodness. You still on the red meat. I told you, man. Do you know how long
It'll
that
catch up.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Can't
Not
do
gonna say anything. Are you ketchup or are you steak sauce?
Yeah, neither. Ew.
Okay, just making sure. I'm trying to see how old you are, and you're a grown ass man for saying that. I had to see. I had to see what you was.
I'm a well-seasoned steak guy. What are we talking? It doesn't matter.
Love it.
Okay, just making sure. Nick, appreciate you coming on,
Yes,
being
sir.
part of the M Zone.
All
We'll
right,
see
fellas.
you. We'll see you later. Hey, keep up with everybody, Nick. We need to
Yes.
find out who
You
the
know it.
line's going to take. Talk
Next
to you.
week we'll be on
Yep.
it. Yep.
Well, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, question of the day. And you just gave it to me, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like your steak? Here's my answer.
If you say,
Here's
well
my
done,
answer.
I am hanging up the phone.
Here's my answer. Let me give my answer.
Mhm.
I'd like my salmon steak to, you can cook it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I want it not swimming, but I want it a little bit on the raw side.
Ooh, I got a little bit of, I did some salmon with some hot honey on it recently. Oh,
Ooh,
baby.
now that sounds good. I
Mhm.
like that.
Salmon is one of the things I am most adept at cooking.
Now, wait a minute. Is it farm or farm free? Is it wild? Or do you know?
I have done both.
Okay. Which one do you?
So-
Well, they say the wild is better for you.
Yeah, I believe
But
it.
I don't trust
you go to the
anybody
grocery
anyway.
store, they got the giant salmon. You'd be like, hey, cut me off half of that thing. Let me cut up some fillets for myself.
So, how do you like your steak on the other side? And then tell me.
We got Hogan as well.
We do have Hogan. Hogan first. We'll run Hogan Hansen first, and then we'll take question of the day. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. Rolling, bowling.
This is the MZone.
And welcome back to the MZone. You didn't think I knew what was going on. You listen, Jamie Morris, Bobby Tote, and I know exactly what that end music was coming at the time. I just wanted you to know. I knew what you was playing.
This man was ready.
I was. 734-998-1050. We're gonna listen to Hogan Hansen right now, and then we're gonna take your call. So you can call in. Bobby will put you on hold, but we'll go from there because you know the question of the day, which I will repeat later.
We talking good eats, baby.
Exactly.
Here's Hogan.
Again, on the right here with Aaron.
Hogan, you're coordinator and your scheme and your offense. What's your impressions, your early thoughts on where the tight ends position kind of fits into this offense?
I think we fit in all phases of the offense. Very explosive offense, pass and run. So I think it's really pushing us to grow an all-around game and excel in all phases of the game.
Are your responsibilities different, similar to what maybe last years?
There's definitely some similarities, but yeah, it's definitely some differences too. Being put in positions on the perimeter that maybe we haven't been, maybe some more perimeter blocking, things like that.
And your left, in the back corner there, Alejandro.
To the extent that you're willing, what were you dealing with injury-wise last year, and how are you doing health-wise now?
I was coming off a shoulder injury at the beginning of the season, and then a little bit of a soft tissue injury during and throughout. So it's the end of the season too, but this is the healthiest I've been, honestly, since I've been here, participating in all of spring ball. So just trying to build off that. But yeah, definitely had some health problems last year, but feeling great going into this year.
To your right here in the front.
I want to ask about the receiving core, especially guys that come in with French and Buchanan, and also how Marsh is developing, is how you've seen that play out on the field.
Yeah, I just say playmakers, like all around. Marsh doing what Marsh does, building off last year, but the new guys, French and JJ, just coming in, making plays. Celeste Moa, freshman, Travis Johnson, I think we got a lot of depth in terms of playmakers and people that can go stretch the field.
Do they have different strengths that you see play well together and click, or?
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely Marsh has a different skill set than JJ. Celeste has a different skill set than Marsh, things like that. But I mean, I think they fit. They just continually make plays. So.
To your left, all the way down, Brian.
You mentioned the responsibilities for tight ends might be a little bit different, maybe on the perimeter too. Are the coaches showing you like clips of either other college tight ends or pro tight ends? Be like, we envision you playing like this type of role in this offense.
Yeah, so we watched obviously a lot of last year's Utah offensive film because that's where Coach Beck and the staff is coming from. But people like Dalton Kincaid that have played at Utah, stuff like that. But it's more just watching last year's offense and the tight ends.
Is there anything specific that intrigues you about it?
Yeah, I think it fits my skill set pretty well. Like I like perimeter blocking and getting out on the edge, pin and pull, pulling and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think it's intriguing because it's very explosive in the run too. So, for sure.
We'll take two from your right in the front here, Tony. Yeah, speaking of explosive in the run, Savion Hyder's been getting a lot of praise. I guess I don't know how much you've seen of him, but what are your thoughts on what he brings to this offense?
I mean, he fits right in. You would not think he's a freshman in his first spring ball at all. I mean, he's explosive, dynamic athlete, sticks out on film. So.
And then one about the quarterbacks. Sounds like Bryce is, I mean, obviously he's QB1, but I think there's not a ton of depth in that room. Is there anyone else that you've been working with, or what is the breakdown?
I think Tommy Carr has honestly been really surprising. Just his control of the offense and ability to extend plays and make plays, and just he's showing he's very comfortable very early. Just I think hard for a quarterback, especially coming spring ball, enrolling early. But no, I think he stood out and made a lot of plays. So.
Sorry, no, it's Bryce, Tommy, and Chase.
Yeah.
Are those the three quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Rotating with you guys? Mm-hmm. Staying on your right here in the front, Nate.
Obviously, new scheme and new coaching staff. How would you describe their coaching style?
I would just say they expect things to be a certain way, and when they're not, they're gonna get on our butts about it. But other than that, they're gonna build us up and just try to have good energy at all times. Like never have any lulls in practice, always high-fiving each other, like keeping the energy up. If there's a lull on the offense, we start slow, like not letting that happen, like getting the energy back as quick as possible. So.
And specifically with Beck, how is he kind of implementing and teaching you guys the new scheme?
It's definitely been in phases. So we did not jump into making it super complicated on day one. Started at the very bare bones of the offense, but it's just been a slow progression week by week.
It just is right here. I'm standing here right in front.
Yeah, we were just talking about Savion a minute ago. When Whittingham was here on Thursday, you talked about him in the blocking, run block game, pass block. What have you seen from him in that regard, and what he is as a blocker, not with the ball in his hands?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like the ball in his hands, he's a one-of-a-kind athlete. But yeah, in this offense, he does have to go block for the wide receivers and go block on the perimeter and stuff. I mean, he's just a physical, gritty guy. He doesn't let like 5-star rating make him think like he can't go get dirty in the trenches. Like he'll do whatever he's asked to do.
We'll go with 3 more for Hogan, Alejandro, then Angelique, and then
Hogan, you flashed as a freshman. Obviously, you were limited last year. What are you most excited to showcase this year as a healthy tight end?
Yeah, I'm just excited to be healthy and go out and play healthy without any limitations. So I'm just excited to get back to it and build off freshman. And maybe last year wasn't the greatest year how I saw it play out for myself. So just scratch all that, new offense, new staff, go out and get it this year.
Angelique?
Oh, I was sort of going to ask that too. At full health, like what do you think you bring to the offense? And do you look at this as like your breakout season?
Yeah, this is definitely a season I'm putting a lot of, like I want to go succeed this year, and I think I can. So I just think I can do it like it all, especially in this offense. Like I said, it's explosive in the running pass. So whether that's blocking on the perimeter, running down the seam, going up and catching the ball, like I'm just excited to be healthy and contribute.
Like more in vein of Colston, or like how do you?
Yeah, I'd say when I was getting recruited here, that was definitely a big pull, like seeing someone from the Pacific Northwest and the way he moves and runs his routes. And I definitely try to model my game after him. So I'm just excited to go put it out there this year.
We'll finish with Aaron on the right.
The shorter, more compact practices you guys have had, how noticeable has that been as a player compared to maybe what you're used to?
I think it's definitely increased the quality of our practices, and we've been able to get more work too in the weight room. So keeping our strength up through practice. But I just think there's not as much sloppy. You'll never see sloppiness out there when we're practicing. Like it's a high level, and it's been there for all spring.
And that was Hogan Hansen. And 734-998-1050. Hey, how do you like your steak? How do you like your salmon? Do you prefer salmon over steak? And yeah, we need to know. What is that? What do you like and what you want?
Look, I get your health preferences, Jamie. I respect it, and I do love me some salmon, but look, my body can still afford to digest some red meat. So as much as I love salmon, give me that steak every time.
I mean, come on, dude.
Salt,
you're young enough. I get it. You're
salt,
young enough.
Pepper.
You are
medium
young
rare.
enough. You are young enough to do that, and I get it. And I wish nothing but the best for you. But
I still have my metabolism, fortunately.
Well,
it helps.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm saying is I've had them both, had them for a long time. What's better for you?
Oh,
is,
salmon
is the salmon.
Oh, no doubt. And look, I love salmon. That's, I eat more salmon than I eat steak. I think it's easier to cook salmon well than it is to like cook a steak really well at home as well. But if I'm going out to a nice restaurant, I see salmon on the menu, I see a steak on the menu.
Right. I got it. I get it. I get it from you. I hear you. And we got Vinny. Vinny saying that, salmon and steelhead. What is steelhead?
It's basically, I'll pull up the exact difference. It's very similar to
He
salmon.
says I can't tell the difference. Add a little Obey seasoning, great. Or little Sweet Baby Ray's. I love Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. And then again, Brett Sullivan loves to say a medium rare steak.
Yes, Brett.
Yeah,
That is the correct answer.
Okay, I guess.
Steelhead's trout.
I
Which
like trout.
I do
Trout's
like
good.
trout.
I like trout.
I can, in fact, tell the difference between trout and salmon, but I do like trout.
I like trout. I do like trout. No, I like
you
that.
a big crab or lobster guy? Obviously, on rare
Well,
occasions.
obviously, on rare occasions, I do like lobster. We were talking about that. They had the lobster truck out there.
Mm-hmm.
And, I had to indulge. I got almost every lobster dish they had. I mean,
love a
good
lobster
God.
roll.
I love it.
A lobster roll is absolutely delicious. If it's by itself, I think I lean crab legs, but
I like some crab legs too. It depends on what I'm in the mood for. You know what I'm saying? It's what you're in the mood for.
Mm-hmm.
What's the occasions? What are you doing in the different things? I mean, you could be doing, if it's a lobster fest, you having a lobster fest.
We were up in the Northeast near Staten Island doing some stuff, me and my dad, and there was a gorgeous restaurant, an incredible restaurant attached to what looked like a salvage boat yard. It was a marina, but it was so dumpy, and this fancy restaurant attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Crab encrusted swordfish steaks.
Nice.
Oh my God.
See? I'm telling you.
Hey,
you
Northeast, that seafood
things.
is real.
Exactly.
I will say, it's not quite salmon. Keep it simple, little whitefish. Perch, like some Lake Michigan, some Lake Superior perch.
Perch is not bad.
No.
Perch is, as they say, it's meaty.
Yeah.
It's a meaty fish. It's a meaty fish. I'm not gonna lie about it.
It'll get the job done.
Right. I'm just saying. It does what it does.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
There's one more fish that I like. I can't.
Grouper?
No, not a grouper guy.
Snapper? I mean, you little
Snapper's
cod, little
all right.
tilapia.
Tilapia. I like tilapia. I'm okay with that. Oh, there's one more. Can't think of it though. It'll come to me. You
Shark,
know what?
obviously.
Obviously. All that. 734-998-1050. I'm gonna guess it's Hadley.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's Hadley, of course. What's up, Hadley?
Well, of course. What's up? I was going to say, Jamie, being raised Catholic and celebrating the Lenten season, that's all we had on Fridays was fish.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got older, you try to do a different variety of foods and stuff. But ever since I can remember, when I've been living, when I finally moved out of my parents' house and got on my own, I had fish almost every Friday.
Well,
almost every Friday, I had
makes
some
sense.
type of
I mean,
fish.
if you're in the Northeast, and you're over on the Atlantic side, they brought a lot of fish in, and they couldn't sell all those fish. So they went to the church. I don't know what church started this, but they started Fish Fry Friday, and then they involved it with Lent, Hadley. And that's why people didn't eat meat on Friday. They ate fish. And now you're trained to have, as a kid, we had fish stick Fridays. I mean, it was spaghetti and fish sticks. My goodness. It was crazy.
Well, growing up Catholic in the 60s and 70s and stuff, the church pretty much said you still had to eat fish on Friday.
Right.
The only time you didn't. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and especially during the Lenten season.
Yes.
So,
agreed.
Right.
We're saying the same thing.
The church within the last 20 years, I think it was 20 years ago or something, they said that's not necessary anymore. So you don't have to have fish every Friday if you don't want to.
I mean, I think they let you eat what you want to eat now. I think nobody wants the church telling them anything anymore, but the church tries to just administer things now. I think it's different now. Church used to tell you things to do, and people went and did it. Now, we're in a different time, different era. That's what we're in.
And back in the time when I grew up, the church was saying, get married and multiply. Have kids.
I mean, they still kind of saying that, though.
Oh, do they? Yeah, but China's really strict now. I mean, they've been strict for years because they're so huge.
Are you talking about China or the church, Hadley?
He's
What are we-
talking church.
Well, no, you're going by kids and stuff, and I'm saying here in the States, people. You're right. People still have kids, and maybe lots of them. But in China, it's limited to one or maybe two.
Yeah, that's because they got too many people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where
when-
we came with that, but okay, Hadley, let's get back on. Let's get
We're
back
just-
on.
we're
Let's
just-
get back
we're
on
just
the
going way
track.
off the track.
Yes, we just did.
As you get older, Jamie, I still like meat and I have it once in a while. I try to limit it. But
You like pork
if you put a
chops?
good
You like pork chops too? Ooh.
I haven't had pork chops in years. My mom used to make them, and she put a little side
So
of
do you
meat
eat
jelly
bacon?
with it.
Do you eat bacon?
Yeah, I'm more. I've been sticking more with sausages because the bacon's
Sausage. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I just do the sausage thing. I don't do the patties like Philly E does. I just do the link.
Why are you trying to out Philly E? How you just gonna out Philly E? What he's eating?
Philly E is very fussy. Just ask him.
Wow.
No, I just do patties. That's all I do is patties. I don't do links.
Maybe he
No
wants to
links
put
for
it on
me.
his English muffin.
Well, that too.
And it
but,
fits
you know,
on the
he likes
English
frying
muffin
it up and
comfortably.
He likes to do it in a pan, I guess. I don't know. I just
whatever.
throw them in the micro and do them, and that's it.
I mean, you
They're
can
done.
you can throw them in the microwave. Yeah, you can get them heated up that way
Yeah, because
too.
because they already come pre-cooked. So that's all
Exactly.
you got to do. with that.
Exactly.
But getting back to the fish thing, I like the fish I've been eating a lot, Jamie, was the one you mentioned, tilapia.
Yeah, I like that. I like tilapia.
Now, do you put the Obey seasoning on it?
I do.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you do anything else to it?
I will add some olive oil.
Yeah, well, or that you can spray it.
Yeah,
down,
well,
but-
I'm not a guy that sprays.
Well, I've been using that avocado spray like
there you go.
recommended,
Yeah, you can
so-
do that. Pump that in there.
Yes,
I
that's
got
what
you.
I do.
I got you.
I use that. But you just spray it down. There's even a way you can do it where you put it in parchment paper and you can add lemon to it and whatever else and bake it that way.
No,
And
you
that's
could
a
do
good way to
that.
do it,
And
too.
you could put it in your nuke box, which is a air fryer.
Oh, nice. I was like,
I said your nuke box.
I got a
that's all.
toaster oven. I'm told toaster oven is just the poor person's air fryer.
It
so
is. It is.
all right.
And you can still cook it. It's just a little bit longer. I'm just saying.
You can do tilapia in an air fryer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Put it in there, Hadley, and check it out.
Well, I guess I will. I've been doing a few things in the air fryer.
Be careful.
but I haven't
Don't
done-
overdo
You
it.
Do it.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You got to do it.
Oh.
Well, what would you
Pay
recommend?
attention
See,
to
when
it.
I do it in the
I'm
oven,
not telling
when I do
you.
it in-
Your air fryer may be different from mine.
Get yourself a meat thermometer.
Maybe.
Okay. I
No,
I
you
got a
don't.
ninja.
That doesn't work.
I got a ninja.
You say meat thermometers don't work?
No, they work, but it's not the fish.
Well,
Get this man in some
you know
cooking
what? I'm
classes.
scared to ask. I'm not going to ask anymore. Pork tenderloins. I like that too.
No, but I don't need barbecue sauce with my pork tenderloin. Vinny, my man, I was on board with all of your takes. but
Wait a minute. No. If you get, he's right. Sweet Baby Ray's, you can put that on anything.
What?
Put that on anything.
What is that, Frank's Red Hot?
That's me. I put that stuff on everything.
Oh. y'all need
You
more
know the old
seasoning.
commercial.
I'm just saying.
Look, you fry, you enough butter on there, enough
I don't need.
seasoning
Hey,
on there,
don't put
no
butter
sauces.
on nothing. I don't add butter on anything.
You are so healthy and sad.
I'm not healthy. It's not being healthy. It's just I don't have the taste for butter anymore.
Okay.
You
Oh
don't
man.
have
All right.
toast,
All right.
Jamie,
All
or
right.
bagels or anything like that?
Do I put them? No, I go dry. I go dry. I tell everyone you can go over to what's it called over there? The God, I can't think of my place over there. That the
Where you get the eggs and grits?
yeah, the eggs and grits. That's pretty good, Hadley. Why do you know my life so much?
Because remember, you called me one day and you're just traveling around town, and next thing I hear, yeah, I'll take the eggs and grits. And,
Yeah, I did. That's
you
true.
were at the restaurant.
And I get
Yeah.
my toast
You
dry. Get my toast dry. I don't
Okay,
like.
Elwood.
We don't need any. We don't need any. Don't need any butter.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
if you
have
got
2
the grits
chickens and a
eggs
Coke.
mixed
You can
with
have
it,
your
you're
dry
all right.
white toast.
I don't wait a minute. First of all, don't have white toast. It's wheat or it's sour or it's sourdough. You know.
Well, do you like honey, Jamie?
I love honey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could put that on your toast.
I could, but I don't.
Dry toast. That doesn't.
It's not dry. It has
toast.
my eggs on it. Has my grits on it.
Oh, all right. You're basically
well,
open
you
face
do it
sandwiching.
Right.
All
I'm
That's,
open face sandwiching.
all right. I take it all back. That's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
doing my thing. I'm not eating dry. I'm not eating dry toast. No, I'm enjoying my meal with it. Okay.
Right. Well, let me just mention about the game tomorrow. Supposedly, like you said, Jamie, with the weather, it's too bad you didn't get Gary on today, but it's supposed to rain, like you said, overnight and into the morning, but it's supposed to be all done by noonish or so. So it should be a dry field coming on 2:00. So you guys should be good.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. From your wait a minute. From your mouth to God's ears. Let's hope.
And
That's what we can do.
Jamie,
Will it into
that
existence.
And I was also thinking that if the weather is really fairly nice, it's supposed to be in the 60s by that time of day. And I thought if the weather's going to be really that nice, I thought maybe 40 to 50,000 would show up, but that's probably not going to happen.
It really takes a very special
down.
year. I mean, last year was not a special year, so that's why I gave it. That's why I said 25. Just saying.
Any word that the basketball team will be celebrated at the game?
I don't know. I know that Yaxel's in New York right now.
Yeah,
I saw him on the NBA Today, or that show on ESPN.
Well, if any players are around, they should get the trophy and show it around the stadium or something.
Why not?
You know
what?
Why not?
Why not? There's a lot of you know what? There's a lot of people. I'm not even going to get into that. You know what? Hadley, it's always good talking to you. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Of course. You will, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Philly E, hold on. We'll go to a break and then we'll come back and hear your menu that you eat and you consume. It's got to be pizza, and it's got to be that steak sandwich, or what do they have in Philly?
A Philly cheesesteak?
Exactly. That's what it's got to be. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
This is the MZone.
And welcome back to the MZone. Jamie Morris. My man Bobby Toth on the other side of the glass. He's a red meat eating man. I mean, but he likes some salmon. He likes some things I like. I'll agree. I've liked things before that you like. But it's just a move, a move in different directions for both of us. You know?
You've matured past your carnivore days.
So what you're saying is I'm getting old.
I'm
your
saying,
words. That's what you're saying is you matured. You got old and you don't eat red meat no more. That's what I heard.
It's not important.
Hey, that's okay. No, it's fine. I found
That's
that
smart. That's very wise.
I found that it was not good for me. Not good for me. So I had to give it up. And you know what? I felt better about it. It's been a great thing. And you know what? I don't miss it. That's the thing.
That's impressive. That's
Don't
honestly,
miss
that's
it.
the biggest thing.
Right. Don't miss it. Now, I'll say this. I miss bacon.
Oh,
I miss
yeah.
bacon. And sometimes I you know what? On salads, you get bacon. They crumble bacon all over it, and you forget to say no bacon. But
I'm not gonna send it back.
Right. I don't send it back. I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna eat it. I'm just saying. But I mean, those are things that we do. I mean, like I said, I told you I have gout. Now I take a medicine for it. Where when I was young, I can handle that. I got this. I got this. I'll treat. I know my diet. I know what I can eat and what I can't eat. I kept getting it. Then I just said, yeah, I'm gonna take that medicine right now. So I did. That being said, hey, Vinny, I love shrimp and grits. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I just can't have a lot of shrimp because that gives you gout. I do like it.
Oh, that gives you gout. That was great. But yeah, and I'll put like an over easy egg or two on to just about anything.
Oh God, yeah. But I used to not like over easy eggs. My dad was an over easy guy, and I went, "What the hell? You better scramble that for, brother."
God, I love a burger with a fried egg on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go. Yes.
I'm all over that.
Now, I mean, burgers then, yes. Now it's more of a salmon burger. Same thing. It's the same thing.
Little which came first? Get a fried chicken with an egg on it.
Exactly. Why not? Chick-fil-A does that for you. That's what I'm saying. Throwing Chick-fil-A under the thing. That
Not
being
important.
said, let's see what Philly E. What do you eat, Philly E? 734-998-1050. What's up?
Hey, how we doing, boys? We talking food today?
Yeah, you know what? It's that talk that we had with Larry. I don't think Bobby was around, but Larry was talking about all the chili that goes on Coney Islands, and I'm like, no, they don't make conies with it. Here in Michigan, it's Coney sauce. It's not chili. It's not chili. It's Coney sauce. In Ohio, it's chili. It's real. It's chili. They do chili on hot dogs, and they do chili on spaghetti. They do 3-way, 4-way, 5-ways. They do that, but not here in Michigan.
Okay. Well, I just got done flossing my teeth because I just got done eating steak and eggs.
My man.
Which I eat every single day.
Why would you eat that every single day? Does the body not
Because,
get tired of
when
it?
I started doing that, the weight started. Listen, I said to you a while ago.
Yeah, you told me.
It's not red meat. It's not cholesterol. Cholesterol is just a piece of the puzzle. The main culprit is insulin resistance, and a lot of it has to do with the sugar that they hide in everything in the freaking world today. But it really has to do with processed food.
Yeah.
So I don't even eat sausage in it. I don't even do any of that anymore because processed meats with all the nitrates.
That's a brain stick. Hey, write that down. Philly E does not do sausage anymore.
You know, it's funny how we go through these things with GLP-1s and people getting their stomach stapled when all you have to do, you want to eat, you have a eating disorder and you can't, great. I got a great idea. Just eat whole foods. Eat all the steak, vegetables, and fruit, chicken you want, and I promise you, all your metabolic diseases go away.
No, you're right. You put all those other foods that come in with words you can't pronounce and everything like that. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Single ingredient foods, man. Eat all the steak you want when you do that. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I meet my boys, if we're gonna hang out and watch the tournament, yeah, dude, I'm gonna order pizza and I'm gonna eat like I'm going to the electric chair. No question about
Why
it.
not? I mean, hey.
But if you go back to your same regimen the other 6 days, by Wednesday, you're back to your normal weight because all those carbs that you consumed, which hold water, eventually you flush all that out. But by 72 hours later, that's it. Like it's called flexible dieting, man. Just cheat on an occasion when there is an occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sit there on a Wednesday doing nothing and think that you're just going to, eat like you got. No, man, you eat like a freaking, I hate to say the word, you eat like a Spartan during the regular day when nothing going on but the mortgage. If that's all that's going on, you're going to work and you're going into the gym or you're just doing your normal routine, yeah, eat eat the whole foods. The days, you're going to a Phillies game or a Tigers game or Baltimore or wherever the hell you live, hey, that's the day you let your hair down and eat. Live a little bit. You're just going to get right back on that horse tomorrow. It makes no difference. Anyway, that's my feedback on it. So eat all the steak and eggs you want. I eat steak and 5 eggs every single day of my life.
That's a lot of eggs. Like, I'm all for steak and eggs. That's actually a lot of eggs.
Ask him how big the steak is. It's got to go with the eggs. It's got to go with the.
Double-digit ounces.
What do you?
It's about a pound. Well,
there you go. That's why he eats so many eggs. It goes down. He's slicing and he's putting egg and steak in mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm throwing in mushrooms, onions, and water chestnuts, carrots.
Oh, all right.
Snow peas.
So you guys just having a goulash, huh?
And dude, I'm with you. You don't need to put all that nonsense on it.
Preach.
I just use, what's his name? I just use Worcestershire sauce. That's it.
I take it back. Stop preaching. I hang up the phone on this, man.
Why?
Worcestershire sauce and spices, man. It tastes great. It does.
No,
spices and Worcestershire sauce. That works, man. Anyway, here's the thing. It's funny that I'm glad you brought that KOC thing up, dude. That it's funny how he made those comments about how organizations they fail young quarterbacks. But here's what people don't realize: he's considered this quarterback whisperer.
He's a guru.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guru.
He's a guru when it comes to reclamation projects.
Right.
He has zero history of growing a kid from his rookie year.
That's why he's not letting that kid. That's why he's not letting JJ go. You understand? He's standing on this.
He's got to prove that he can do it.
Exactly.
Now. Weirdly, Kyler's going to come in, and obviously Kyler's now going to have way better receivers than he had in Arizona.
But can Kyler get it done? He's a big gamer. He's a gamer. He wants, and what I mean by gamer, I mean real. He likes to play games, electronic games.
Yeah.
And instead of watching film.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to see if Kyler really can get himself
He's hanging
together.
out instead of studying the game.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
We'll see.
I think Kyler's got a decent amount of raw talent, and if KOC can do something with that.
And JJ needs to get himself right, and maybe this is the challenge he needs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. And this will be the last time they challenge him, and he's got to respond. And Philly, if he doesn't respond, he goes to his second team.
Most likely, yeah. I think he's I think he's going to be really good this year. That's just me. I think he's going to beat Kyler
Is he
out.
going to get you think he's going to beat him out? I was going to say, is he
I
even
think
going to
he's
get
going to beat him.
reps?
First of all, why are you putting your eggs into the basket of a guy that's making the minimum that a guy in year was on the scrap heap? You're going to put your eggs in that basket?
Right
Really?
now.
To me, that makes no sense.
The guy behind him couldn't get it done when he was in said seat. I get it. He didn't have the offensive line. They had injured offensive line. They brought in offensive linemen that didn't get it done. But whatever that is, it's the quarterback that gets blamed for everything.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's funny. The rumor is out there that he's gonna change the offense to fit Kyler's needs. I'm like, oh, really, dude? You couldn't do that for J.J. McCarthy last year. You had to run exactly what you run in the run, which was Mr. 3rd and inches. We got to throw it every freaking time. Hello. Even though the data said you were 0 for 15 on 3rd and inches every time you throw the ball, or a foot or a yard, whatever. Come on. So now you're willing to change the offense. You should have done that from the gate to protect this kid and grow this kid like we saw in Chicago.
Something I hear from a lot of Vikings fans is like they're scared that they're wasting, the best years of Justin Jefferson, and the whole team is the rest of the team is solid. It's not all-star team.
That's not true though.
The team is
the offensive line is not good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right.
The offensive line. Look, it's their staple.
Yeah.
And when you can run the ball and when you can pass protect, guess what? The quarterback, it's easy for him. That they blocked for Sam. They blocked for Sam that year. The next year, they didn't block for JJ. They didn't hold up. They had pressure on that young man all season long. All season long. And here's the case. The quarterback, the backup that was behind him, he got beat up. He was out for the rest of the season.
Beat up.
Right?
That's an understatement.
I'm just making that statement. Yes. Wins, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So there's proof that it wasn't just JJ not playing well. It was that offensive line that was horrible.
Yeah, but you're also, you kind of have to scheme and call a game around that. I know you. Listen. There's things that you can do. You could go heavier formations. You could try to run the ball more.
I get what you're saying, but he thinks
you could have a quick game for crying out loud. And we listen.
He thinks that offense is his offense, and there's nothing wrong with it because he kept running it every game. He didn't make changes. You know that.
Yeah. Well, no, he did at the very end of the year. Everything that I just mentioned, he did at the end of the year, but the frickin' season was pretty much over already. Right. And we already had a prelude to all this. What happened to them 2 years ago at the end of the year against the Lions and the Rams told you everything. Yeah. Your offensive line doesn't move people, and you refuse to run the ball when you really need to run the ball, especially inside the 20. Couldn't do it. And you need to have a quick game if things are falling apart on you. He had none of that.
The AFC, the NFC is, and they're all playing the same way. Green Bay played the same way. Chicago played the same way. I mean, they're stubborn coaches. That's what I'm saying to you. They're all stubborn coaches.
Yeah.
Dan, I mean, look at Dan. Dan was
that's a bad example.
I'm saying he went for it every damn time.
He's out of his mind.
He could have beat Philadelphia. He could have beat Philadelphia if he doesn't. If he kicks one field goal, he loses. Dan Campbell, and I'm not dogging him out, but I'm just saying these coaches are in the Central, the NFC Central. They're all hard-headed. They don't learn anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, how come Ben Johnson figured out that, you know what, I got an exit passing game, but you know what? I'm going to run the ball and protect this quarterback. I'm going to grow this kid. How come he figured that out? I mean, he went into Philadelphia and ran for 300 yards. He ran against the Philadelphia front for 300 yards. That was incredible. You didn't think he said, oh, well, we were running it. Oh, we got to throw it here. No, he's like, you know what? This is working, and this is demoralizing them. This is great.
You're right.
You think KOC would have done that?
No.
If they
I don't think so.
No, not a chance.
He's going to throw the ball because he's got wide receivers.
Well, but the bottom line is, here's where people are like, well, there is no window for them because they were never good enough to win a Super Bowl. Not 2 years ago, not last year. I don't care. Maybe if you put Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback last year, maybe.
You know.
I mean, you got to have like the elite of the elite for them to win a Super Bowl with the way he calls a game and how that offense is designed right now. He just doesn't have the personnel to do what people think. They're not a Super Bowl team. They never were. They never will be unless they improve that roster. And you already know.
Fighting words.
Wow.
after those injuries, but hey.
Well, like I said, Hawkinson, he's a mummy. All right, he's a mummy.
Wow. Yeah.
He looks like something from Scooby Doo. You know, like one of the. Yeah, that's how.
I love that. I love that. All we got to say and talk about is the Vikings, and he will destroy the Vikings. Yet it's his team.
Yeah,
it's his team that he can't. And he goes. He will destroy his team.
Hey,
why do you destroy your team?
Dude, you know why? Because you know what? I can be honest about my team. I really can be. I can look at my team objectively. I'm not Michelle Smallman from the minute the word Packers, she's got this stupid look on her face.
Wow. Okay.
Eric, objective.
I got to say, EB got you. He said Philly E, basically a Jet fan, but about the Vikings.
You know what, dude? You are too young to know the horrors.
I know the horrors of your
trauma.
I remember. I know all of them. 4 years of it.
Trauma.
Oh, damn.
I mean, 1998 was a year that nobody, and I mean nobody, can screw that up.
Are we talking about Gary Anderson again?
Yes, I'm not bringing his name up. But you know what? If Robert Smith keep running out of bounds, he would have ran the clock down anyway, even if he missed. Anyway, I don't want to. I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying. I look. No, everybody's a Super Bowl team. They just got to get their act together. I'm sorry. Everybody's a Super Bowl team. And you know what? Here's a prediction for you. A bold prediction. Two teams that have not made the Super Bowl will make it this year.
Ooh.
That would be the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns.
All right. You had me in the first half, not going to lie. I was going to say you're going to throw like the Jags in there or something.
No, I'm not throwing the Jags in.
The Browns, all of a sudden, Jamie's not a serious person and the Lions aren't going to make it.
Deshaun will come back and try to rekindle the magic.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying. Where's the other quarterback?
I mean, it is
Deshaun
absurd.
Watson comes back.
He's the best quarterback.
He is
in that quarterback room.
I know it's crazy, and I'm saying, did we lose you, Philly E? Did we lose you?
No. I'm just listening. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's alive. He's still on the team. He's still getting the paycheck.
Aliens. I know.
All I'm saying is Deshaun Watson is coming back, and he's gonna take.
I think he's gonna start week 1.
Yeah, he's gonna start. And I'm gonna say this: watch the Browns.
No.
Oh wow!
Come on,
Eric.
Wait a minute.
EB said I'd rather play Joe Flacco.
Damn!
Isn't Joe Flacco a Cincinnati Bengal now?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so.
He is.
I thought so.
Other side of the street, but damn, yeah.
I'm just saying, if you a bold prediction, I'm giving you a bold prediction. Two teams.
I think
that did not make the Super Bowl.
I think the Bengals should have traded him and got a king's ransom for him.
For Burrow,
I really do.
Or for Flacco?
The Bengals should have cleaned house. I would have liquidated all assets, man. I would have got rid of Chase. Just start over.
Why?
Damn.
Why not?
They have the best.
You're terrible. And you're cheap. Not only are they terrible, but they're cheap.
They need to get investors.
They needed to not re-sign T. Higgins. They could have drafted a wide receiver too. They could have gotten rid of T. Higgins and then like kept their D-line intact.
Why are we talking Cincinnati?
Yeah,
Because
no.
they've been to
I'm
the
just
Super
saying
Bowl.
it's football. I'm just saying they could have got a king's ransom for him, and that could have, could have interjected, an overhaul.
No, you're right. I agree with you. All I'm saying to you is make a bold prediction. Give me a bold prediction for the Super Bowl.
A bold prediction.
I gave you the boldest prediction of ever.
Fernando Mendoza going to the Super
So,
Bowl.
by the way, here's a serious question.
Go ahead.
If somebody's willing to give you a king's ransom for Fernando Media, that top pick, don't you do it? I think I would.
3 firsties?
No.
No?
You got to build with your young quarterback. Lightning may strike and you may make the Super Bowl the second or third year of his contract, and that's what you need.
I just think it would be something. I mean, if you're really that bad, and I think the quickest fix, honestly,
The Patriots were that bad. The Patriots were
draft
that
capital.
bad. I'm just saying, the
And they
Patriots
got
were
Greg
that bad.
Mann. He's their guy now. Yeah.
Well, they got their quarterback, but here's the thing: they got the coach to go with it, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
In fact, they got the coach after they got the quarterback, right?
Yeah, but
no, they could wait.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
didn't
Yep, Eric,
what's
exactly.
his name? Mayo, the guy the first year there, wasn't he?
yeah, he knows. Eric understands it. Rookie deal is the
Quarterback
best
on
deal.
a rookie deal?
Yeah,
Best deal
that's
there
why I
is.
said you get a rookie quarterback. That's why the Patriots, they're enjoying themselves now. We made the Super Bowl. And
They're playing with house money.
They
Yeah,
are.
no doubt. Yeah, they are.
Philly, we're almost out
Exactly.
of time. Who do you want the Vikings to take? What do you think they need the most?
Well, we brought our boy back, the former Packer, as a running back. I guess he's pushed back to the 3 slot.
I
so they have to
told you
draft a
they
running-
would bring him back.
Yeah, but bring back Chuck Foreman for crying out loud.
Chuck's still signing autographs, so don't knock it.
I guess he's the number 3 running back, but they got to draft a running back. I don't know if that's going to be their first pick. They need help in the secondary, big time.
Join the club.
Yeah, right about that. So
It's
that's
a
where they
wonder.
are. They need a running
gets-
back, and they need
everybody's
help in the
hurt now.
secondary.
Everybody's hurt. It's sorry. I mean, the DBs are taking it on the chin.
Yep. All right.
All right, boys. Well,
Thanks, Philly.
you know
We
what?
appreciate the time.
The bottom line is the Michigan Wolverines are national champions.
They are.
And they're-
Mhm.
Each and every everybody knows it because we've been telling everyone.
That's it. It's you know what? You can't run that into the ground. So
From
we
the
got a
rooftops,
whole
baby.
summer
Yeah.
to just
That's
run
why
that into
people
the
hate
ground.
Michigan fans. I mean, Michigan fans, because we're gonna keep telling you, hey, we got a natty. We got a natty. What do
We
you
got a
have?
natty.
What do you have? We got a natty. What do you have? Of course we do.
That's right. All right, boys. You have a good weekend and go blue.
Tell to you, Philly.
Hey, before we get out of here, anyone interested? The not the Tigers. Good Lord, Hornets Magic tonight. Winners up against Pistons in the first round. I know Eric's probably yelling. You guys didn't spend one single minute on the Pistons. Well, Eric, you got 15 seconds. I am actually going to watch the game tonight. I hope we get the Hornets and not the Magic.
I want to see the Hornets. I told you why I want to see the Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Stu.
It's gonna be good.
Somebody gonna get knocked out in that one.
Tigers in Boston tonight. Anyone watching them?
I hope it rains again.
They
need to be. They need to be in the rain again.
Mhm.
That was the greatest game in America last night. All day, I mean. All day, excuse me. I'm sorry. How many hours did it take?
Oh my God.
Anyway, we gotta go. You're listening to the MZone on the Big 1050.